All right.
Hey everybody, it's Wednesday night and it's time for Super Geeked Up. All right, hey everybody. I'm Jeff. This is Francis. Welcome to Super Geeked Up. Your live geeky pop culture show. We talk geeky topics, play fun geek themes games. This is going to be the fastest show we've ever done because we're all talking about oh my god, so excited you knocked the book over. We're talking Fast X, Facts 10, I mean. God damn it. Although I'm looking forward to the sequel, Fast Y, after this.
Well, yeah, because he's turning the two-parter into a trilogy. So
wait, now it's a trilogy?
Well, he hinted that he's going to try to make it Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel
is hinting that he wants to turn it into a trilogy.
So then they should call it Fast XYZ. Absolutely. That's
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, it may not be the fastest show we ever do, folks, but we are going to talk about some fast things in the show because Fast 10 does come out. I guess Friday technically, but I'm assuming Thursdays. There's probably some previews.
And no, they do it like 6 o'clock on a Wednesday night or Thursday night. I mean, like they don't do midnight showings anymore. They just like.
I know. Well, first, I'll welcome everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome. I see Michael, Lucia's mate Chaz, and Crodius are all in the chat. We appreciate it very much. Thank you if you're watching in post. We're going to do some geeky games and super movie pitch, Loveline. That's what we're doing because we're also going to talk about romantic comedies. That's what we're going to do later in the show. You know, I guess I used to, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I missed the midnight shows because I used to go to them all the time. And it was cool, right? Because it was like, you had to stay up late and because it was that the next day. So it was really Friday.
Yes.
But now it's all like, you're right, 6, 7 o'clock, which is a lot easier, of course.
It is. But... Hi, Chaz. Hi, everybody. Nicurdius. Josh, hello. What's up, Ninja?
Oh, the Ninja's here, Josh. Hey, man. Thanks for... what's up, everybody?
Michael.
What is a trilogy?
And I was going to say, what is this? It's actually the Fast Dozen.
It's a triology is actually how you say Nicurdius.
Well, if they hit 12, which is what he wants to do, it'll be the Fast Dozen.
The Fast Dozen.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to say. You're right.
It's going to be Fast Dozen, yeah. But yeah, no, I miss, I like the midnight showings because that's when like the real fans came out and they were dressed up and they were like, especially for Star Wars and stuff. Yeah, they were dressed up.
I remember, the prequels. I went to the midnight shows for the prequels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let us know in the chat, folks, if you used to go to midnight shows for movies.
Yeah.
My theaters around here will not show movies that late anymore. So
that's sad.
Although some movies still end after midnight. I will say that. At least that's something.
True.
More Fast and the Furious movies. There was one good movie in that series. It was the first one. That was all. Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, that's a whole discussion. Yeah. So I actually... Oh, but I'm trying to think how many I've seen. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've probably seen about half of them, about 5 maybe. I actually only like 5 and 6.
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy, you're here. Hey, welcome everybody. I think 5 and 6 are really good.
Yes.
Like I really like those.
Those are the only good
ones.
That's
about it. That's about for me. I don't really like any other.
Those are the Gal Gadot movies too.
Yeah, Gal Gadot. Gina Carano was in 6, which she was awesome.
Yeah.
The Rock debuted in 5.
The Rock debuted. Yes. Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought it was good story, good action.
They got hit. Hi, Greg. Hi, Carrie.
They got hit.
Yeah, they got hit. So after Fast 7, I think, or maybe it was Fast 7 on. They had it in their contracts. The Rock and Vin Diesel had in their contracts that neither of them could ever lose a fight, and that they always had to have the same number of hits.
Right.
One could never have more hits than the other. So
against each other, right?
Yeah. And right.
I'm assuming, because it's really ridiculous if they're like, no, you got to count how many punches do we get in the whole movie on other opponents? Like we must have the same.
I mean, they could do it.
How many NPCs did you beat up, Rock? Well,
they could totally do it. I mean, I could see them doing it.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It's dumb. Yeah.
But Carrie says, I need the Fast 12 to do a time jump, and Dom and the fam are racing each other in wheelchairs and water. That should be the post credits to the very last movie.
I would like that. I'd like that actually. I'd be down with that.
I've only seen Hobbs and Shaw. Greg says I've tried to watch it. And I couldn't get very far. And the movie was so stupid. I thought.
It's so funny because I like that one.
Oh, do
I like
you?
that
All right,
movie,
that's
yeah.
fine. It was just.
Yeah, it's tedious, but it's fun.
I want Calvin and Hobbes. That's what I want.
Right.
Hobbs and Shaw. Although wait, you know what? I didn't realize it until I was looking at the movie releases for the rest of the summer because I wanted to see, should I keep my Regal Unlimited plan? Am I going to see enough movies? The answer is yes. But the Meg 2 is coming out with Jason Statham, who was in Hobbs and Shaw. And I liked the first Meg. I thought that was a pretty good movie.
Yeah. Look, you knew it was going to be good. I don't know. There's a Meg. You know, there's a megalodon in this in the movie.
That's not a spoiler, no, because that's in the title.
Right. But the spoiler, I guess, would be it eats a megalodon. In the movie, halfway through the movie of the first Meg, they think they caught the shark. I'm like, oh, we got it! Ha ha ha! We got the shark, and then even a bigger shark.
Wait, does that happen?
It happens, yeah.
I thought there was only the one huge, super huge Meg.
No, they thought they got the one that was the huge one, but it wasn't the huge one. There was another huge one, and it ate the shark.
I've seen all the movies, the Fast and Furious, he means. The series started about cars and it was awesome, and now it's generic explosions with a sprinkling of cars and guns. Hey, remember, we were talking about this in the pre-show, it's really about family.
It's true, yeah.
Which actually, though, here's the thing. That's actually why I think these movies, and why 5 and 6 worked for me so well, that's actually why I think these movies have probably survived. Because actually, that is the core of these movies. It is about family. That's true.
Well, here's the thing. It got bad, and it makes sense why it got bad after the unfortunate passing of Paul Walker. Once he left the franchise, well, not left, but once he couldn't be part of the franchise anymore, and it had to focus on Vin Diesel, it got bad. Because Vin Diesel was the focus.
Because, I mean, it started off, I guess, as both of them being like the leads, right? I suppose the first one,
right?
But I feel like, I don't know, Diesel's kind of been more the head man. Like, he's the one who's always talked about family too, right? Toretto's.
Well, he's the one who brought Paul Walker's character.
Walker
into
became part
family.
of the family because he married his Diesel's sister, right? Or Dom's sister.
Yeah.
So do you think the Walker was more important to this franchise to carrying it forward than Diesel?
He totally balanced it out. Yeah. He totally balanced out the franchise. Like, because he was the FBI agent gone rogue, right? Mm-hmm. He was kind of like your link to the good guys, sort of, even though they're all technically good guys, but you know what I mean, right? But once you got that link out of the way and they stopped doing like weird car races where women in the shortest shorts you'll ever see walk around ready,
That's right. Because it's always like Brazil or some South American,
Miami, or sometimes they're in LA, but whatever.
Right, it's always girls in like skimpy shorts, right?
Yeah, it's always a beach town, right?
And they're all partying with the cars.
Yeah. Once they got rid of that feature, which I considered a feature of the movie, then it's just like, oh well. Now we just got to be ridiculous and weird versus like car culture.
I do feel every movie though they try to out top the crazy car stuff they do, like the stunts and chases they do every time.
Well, in the last movie,
after this many movies,
like in the last movie they went to space, and the reviews.
Stop it! Whoa! 9 they went to space.
They went to space. Yeah, they went to space.
Yeah.
In a car in space.
No, this is really
this is not a joke.
How did the car go into space?
So the guy from Too Fast, Too Furious, the main guy from Too Fast, Too Furious, and like some other characters that I think were from Too Fast, Too Furious, are like they're like rocket. Hey, Alex. They're like rocket scientists. Yeah. So they become rocket scientists, and they were testing this like jet engine on a car, and Ludacris and Tyrese are like, let's take the car. We need to get to the satellite. How are we going to get there? Let's take this car with a rocket on it. Okay. So
to a satellite in orbit.
To a satellite in orbit. So they get in a car with jet engines attached to the side of it, and they use it to go into space to get to a satellite.
My mind. I can't believe they went that far. Okay, hang on. Are you saying the car was
It's a real car. It's just a regular car.
Was it designed like a shuttle to be completely safe against all the space thing that would crush the car or not keeping all the oxygen? Like,
well, they were
space suits.
Yeah, they were suits. Yeah.
But what would allow the car I still don't feel the car would be able to survive.
Well, no, it would because Elon Musk sent a Tesla into space just by itself.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it would. I guess it would
Yeah.
just float around, right?
It's just floating around. But this one had rockets attached to the side of it.
So there's a Tesla floating around in space up there?
There's a Tesla floating
There's
around
so
in
much
space.
shit floating around in orbit.
Well, yeah,
man.
there's a lot of space debris.
If Scooby-Doo can go to space, and so can Vin Diesel. Well, that's good logic, actually, Greg.
I'm waiting for the Fast and Furious Star Trek crossover.
Fast and what?
Fast and Furious and Star Trek crossover.
Oh, yes. They'll put that in a, like they put R2 in the one Easter egg. They'll put the Fast and Furious car, like in the background.
It's that one Charger or whatever that Vin Diesel has with the exposed engine just floating in space. Just, yeah.
That'll be in Star Trek Legacy, folks.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And it reminds 7 of 9 about family. She sees the car, it's like, that's right.
She'll be like, yes, after I lost my real family, Captain Janeway became my family. Let's turn on that hologram of her right now.
Yes, exactly.
7, where's my coffee?
Family.
Well, if Jason can be in space, like Cody says, then the Leprechaun, why not cars? That's true, I guess.
That's true.
And wait, wasn't that Jason X? That was the one in space
Jason
too?
X. Yep. My favorite part of Jason X is because they couldn't have a campground, they had a hologram campground on the space station where Jason tried to kill the 2 sexy like campers,
Right.
but they were holograms.
Right.
So he
That's your
couldn't.
favorite
And he
part,
got really
right?
pissed. Oh, my favorite part. That's like my favorite part of that whole movie. It's so stupid.
What is that, Alex said? The aerodynamic forces would rip it apart without a fairing protecting it. See, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Yes,
no.
When you launch into space, that's what would tear the car apart, right? Because
Yeah.
it's not.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not to
yeah.
withstand those forces.
Oh, no. It survived. It survived.
Of course it did. Because Ludacris and Tyrese were in it.
Yeah. Well, that's also the movie where they have like a discussion on why they never get killed. Like they have this like weird breaking the fourth walls moment where they're like, dude, how are we always in these weird situations and we never die? Like, why does that happen?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get to some of these other comments I missed. Oh, Listersmate doesn't want to see any of them. He's not into cars and high-speed chases. He'd rather see the CGI used on Star Trek and other franchises that I like.
Yeah.
Well, now, keep in mind, just so you know, a lot of this, actually, I would say a majority is real cars racing around. It's actually, they use some CGI, of course, for the crazy stunts.
Right.
But I think a lot of this is actually practical car, which is impressive, actually, what they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Vin
Except
Diesel's, of course, CGI'd.
Well, yeah. Yeah, he's left his D&D roots, which is like something he used to always talk about. It's like, I love D&D. Yeah, I'm a nerd.
He did used to, right?
Yeah, he was a
He
big
doesn't
D&D
talk about that
nerd.
anymore?
No, he's like, no, I'm just about family now.
Well, I think in this movie, because he has a kid now, I think, right, in the movies?
Yes, he has a kid now, yeah.
He should bust out the D&D and play it with his family. He should have a nice D&D family night in the movie.
Yeah, they'd never do that. They don't want to
That would be
alienate.
dude, how many more people you would bring in? You bring in all the geeks like us, too.
That's true. I mean, we're getting, look, some of us are going to watch it no matter
Yeah.
what.
But there's other, I think I don't think this is like a different crowd, I think, than obviously the Star Trek, right? Or D&D
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah. Well, they'd be
Some
tearing
crossover,
apart.
of course.
They'll be tearing apart that whole space scene where the car's in space. They'll be like, no, that's logically impossible. How dare they?
Right, like I was. Yes, at least they didn't compare hit movies The Rock and Vin Diesel had. I think The Rock would win hands down on that one.
Right.
Let's see. Okay, Carrie wants a movie between 5 and 6 to focus on Han and Giselle. Call it Mayhem in Madrid.
Yeah, that's because Giselle is Gal Gadot's character who died in the end of 7 or 6.
Oh, wait. Han is the Japanese dude?
Han's the guy who died in Too Fast, Too Furious, but then they retconned his death.
Well, he's the one who dated Giselle.
Yeah, he
Gal
dated
Gadot.
Giselle. Yeah.
Wait, he really died and they retconned him?
Yeah, they retconned his death. Like he died in the second. That's the whole purpose
Wait.
of oh God, not Channing
Tokyo
Tatum.
Drift?
What's his name?
Who?
Statham. Jason Statham. The whole purpose of his character is that he killed Han in Too Fast, Too Furious. I mean, in Tokyo Drift. I'm sorry, I keep saying Too Fast, Too Furious. It's actually
Statham
Tokyo
was in
Drift.
Tokyo Drift.
No, so at the end of Fast 6 or 5, they added him in as the guy who killed Han. So when Han dies in Fast Tokyo Drift, they don't show who killed him, but the end of 6, the post-credit scene, Jason Statham is seen walking away from the crash of Han's car.
But what was the idea that Han really wasn't dead in the crash?
In that version, he was dead and Statham killed him. That's why everyone hates Jason Statham's character, because he killed Han, right? So that's what makes him the villain, you know. So
wait, but I don't know. But Han's been in all these other movies. So Statham,
because Tokyo Drift is in the future. Tokyo Drift took place.
Oh,
yeah, it took place in the future in like 20. I think he meant like 2006 or 7 or something. He was supposed to be like 2013, 14 or whatever. Like it was set in the future.
Okay.
So yeah,
I see.
With their Nokia phones.
Anyway, Carrie, I would definitely have seen that. That would be cool.
Anyway.
Let's see. Jerry Ryan is totally having a hot Borg summer. Oh, hell, hey, I like
hot Borg summer.
It's like hot, wet American summer. Hot Borg summer. That should be a new show. That should be their next Star Trek show. Yeah. Forget Legacy. Do hot Borg summer.
Hot Borg summer, and of course, the only summer planet you can go to, Risa. That's the only place you can go. Yeah.
All right. Here's Greg's steps to do the car into space. I think attach rockets, break physics engine, jump backwards and fly to space. Oh, and Crowley says step 4, profit. I guess talk about Star Trek.
Well, yeah, you have to talk. That's
always a step. Oh, he would do a Marvel Fast and Furious crossover. He'd love to ride in a speedster with She-Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hey, Scorpio, so good to see you. Oh, like to subscribe on another new account. Hey, oh my God, this is the third one, I think. Scorpio, you're the man.
Oh my goodness, you just
every account. Keep making new accounts, everyone.
We need all the puppet accounts to like our show.
What's the ZZ car?
That's the car. The car.
ZZ Top?
I think I don't know what the ZZ car is.
Tell us, Tammy.
Yeah.
Is 9 the submarine one or the magnet plane one? Talking about fast.
9 was I believe it was the submarine one.
Wait, did they have a car that was a submarine?
No,
because that would be like James Bond.
But they found their way to Antarctica, and a submarine showed up, and they were driving in Antarctica against the submarine, but they were in cars.
Oh, I think I remember. I think we've seen some of this.
Yeah.
It says Vin Diesel. Greg says played on Critical Role. All right, so he did some D&D stuff then.
Yeah. He embraced that nerd part. He was there's a commercial of him from there was a cartoon called Street Sharks. And there's a commercial of Vin Diesel doing the hand puppets of the Street Sharks. It was great.
Wait, was he in Street Sharks?
No, he wasn't. He was advertising for the commercial. He was advertising for the toys, the Street Shark toys.
This is like when he was younger?
Yes. Oh, man, he looks weird when he was younger. But he was still bald. So there you go.
Funny. All right, I don't know. Spoiler alert on something. Maybe the Meg? I don't know.
No, it was a spoiler on Han being dead or not.
Oh.
Because his death was a retcon until Fast 9. In Fast 9, they're like, you didn't die, Han. We saved your life. That's why you're in the movie still. It's like, oh, okay.
Wait, you mean so? Because you're saying Tokyo Drift takes place in the future of any of these other movies?
Yes, it actually takes place, I think, after either 6 or 7. So that's the timeline of Tokyo Drift. That actually happens after Fast 6 or 7.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Charles says, Han. Nice. Oh, man, you always want rhyming, huh, Michael?
No, Michael just always wants to change the subject.
Well, he was even... I like this one by the Cronies. Maybe they took the car into space to reach Diesel Space 9.
Diesel Space 9.
I like that. DS9, Diesel Space 9.
Oh, yeah, or Cisco's like, yeah. We're all about family. We're all about family here.
That's how he would say it. Yeah. I was actually trying to do that impersonation this week after you brought that up, his cadence.
It's because he does have he has a very distinct cadence, yeah. It's halting. It's more halting than Shatner. Because Shatner was like, he would say some things and then it'd go up a second and then he'd say some more things. Cisco's cadence changes every word.
And you never know like which ones he's gonna Like
No,
just go up
you
and
never
emphasize.
know. No, he'll be like, Odo, why don't you come to the promenade? It's like, all right.
I was thinking about this one line he says, which I don't know if he does it this way, but he's talking to a group, like it's Starfleet, Klingons, and Romulans, and he's
Right.
trying to get everybody in peace, right? And he's like something about like Klingons, humans, Romulans. Like that's how he says it.
Oh man.
It's great though.
I want to see what other shows he's been in, and I want to see if he does that.
He was in
everything.
American History X.
Oh, okay.
Movie. I don't think he does it in that.
Like, I want to know
to the extent. I don't think.
I want to know if this was just like his choice for like, Cisco's going to talk this way,
Right.
like that's just how it's going to be. And I really wish his son picked up on his cadence and like his son also talked that way.
You mean his son in the show?
In the show, yeah. If Jake was
That
the
would be
same,
hysterical.
if Jake just like talking to Rom every once in a while, just like, hey Rom, we need to go to the, like just random. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be amazing. I would love that so much.
I want to go to the holodeck. Or holosuite, I should say. Okay, he doesn't care about the writing. He just wants to insert the running gag.
Oh,
All right,
good.
that's good.
No, keep it up, Michael. I actually love it. I think it's hilarious. So keep it
In
up.
these fast flicks, no one really dies or stays dead. Letty didn't. That's true.
Yeah.
Gina, oh no, what the fuck's her name? Michelle
Michelle Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, right? That her
Yeah.
name? She was supposed to supposedly die, the first one or something, right?
No, she died in like the third or fourth one, and then then in the movie afterwards, the post credit scene is they find out she's alive,
Yeah.
and then
She
the
goes
movie
back
after
in
that she's alive
six.
again.
Yeah, I know. But that was basically retcon too.
Yeah, because they're like, we can't keep her dead.
Giselle needs to come back since Gal Gadot is not doing Wonder Woman now.
That's
Should bring her
true.
back. Yeah.
You should. Yeah, she needs to do something, I guess.
Well, she's actually in she's in some movie this summer, I think. Some
Red Notice.
Oh well, she's in those are amazing. I'm
Right.
excited for more of that. I love that movie. But she's in some other spy movie, I think, like a theatrical one or something. I thought I read.
So Gal Gadot and like Anna de Armas are like fighting for the new femme fatale, like
Oh, they should.
role.
Well, they're both amazing. So
So the
They should be
big
in one
movie
together.
should be just like we want to see, when we always want to see a movie with like De Niro and what's his name?
Pacino.
Pacino, yeah. I want to see those two together. We need to see an Anna de Armas Gal Gadot movie where they play combating spies or something.
Yes, do it, Hollywood. Well, you can't because you're on strike. But
No.
after that, do it
Right.
and pay the
Still-
writers. Damn it.
Steal my idea. It's fine.
Well, actually, just hire us to do it, to write it.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
After that, you pay the writers. You can hire.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. I guess we should actually do our show and not just talk about.
I know. Well, I mean, here's the thing.
That's
The
fine.
question this week
Yes, it's related.
is related because
What is
Fast
it?
X. Well, Fast X, which I guess I have to see, is coming out this week.
I think I'm going to see it too, even though I'm.
Yeah, I'm going to see. Well, is that in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is coming out next week? So like, there's so many movies. Anyway, so Fast X coming out this week. What's your favorite movie with a high-speed car chase? There's a lot of movies, surprisingly, with a high-speed.
Yeah.
Even movies you would never expect to have a high-speed car chase. Has a high-speed car chase.
Yeah. So tell us in the chat, folks. Doesn't have to be from the Fast franchise.
No.
Can be from anything. Carrie says you just wrote the treatment for Red Notice 2, by the way.
I did. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that happening. You're right, Carrie. I could totally see that happening. They're going to totally hire Anna de Armas as like the main villain for Red Notice 2.
That'd be amazing. Blues Brothers. That's a classic one.
That's a
for
good
car
one.
Chases.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Transporter. Yeah, good old Jason Statham.
Oh,
there.
which I just recently found out. I've never seen the movie Collateral with
with him.
Tom Cruise.
Oh yes, no, that's Jamie Foxx is in that too, right?
That Jamie Foxx is in that movie, but apparently Jason Statham makes a cameo as the transporter in that movie.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does. Like, it's weird. Like, he doesn't call himself the transporter, but like the director confirmed is like, yeah, he's the transporter, and when he interacts with Tom Cruise, yeah, that's the guy.
That's cool.
Like, oh,
Smokey
cool.
and the Bandit. There we
that's
go.
a good one.
Got some good classic ones here.
Yeah, no kidding. These are good.
I'm looking through lists here.
I know, right? Because there's so many.
One
right?
that popped, Fast Five popped up on this list I have, which was a really good one. But one that also I liked is the Rock. The Rock has that really good car chase.
That's right, through San Francisco. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he's answering a car phone. The guy's calling him that he stole his car.
Yeah.
Yes. What? Yes, I stole your car. I'll return it. I'm just borrowing it. That's what he says.
I think for me, I mean, look, Michael actually picked one that I totally would have used. That would have been totally my answer.
Baby Driver?
Oh, Baby Driver is amazing. Such a good movie. And the car chases in there are like chef's kiss. They're so good. I think there's only a couple of them, but they're good. Not like
that's on this list too. Yeah.
Was it the other movie that teases you that there's going to be car chases, but there are none? Driver with
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, yeah.
Are there no car chases?
No. If you ever watch Driver, they're like they hint that there's going to be all these car chases, right? And then the first scene is supposed to be a car chase. He slowly drives away from the car because he's like, if you drive fast, they're going to chase you. But if you look like a regular person, they're not going to go after you. So he just drives like a regular person. So he escapes the cops. I'm like, this is stupid. It was awful. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's just there's no car chases in that movie.
Carrie says, the Batman. Oh, the recent one, right? That Batman was a monster. My all-time favorite would be Cannonball Run. Oh yeah, that is an old school deep cut. That's good.
Oh man, that Batman, where he's chasing after the Penguin. Great car chase. Fantastic car chase.
Nice. Listeners made The Great Race with Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, and Natalie Wood. They're in a race in cars all throughout Europe, so technically that's a chase.
That's true.
I actually I miss movies like that. Like I think that's what Cannonball Run was, right? Like a race across the country or something. I like movies like that where you're just like racing across continents or countries. I don't know, man. It's just fun. It seems like
totally.
It seems like it'd be a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I was also thinking about several James Bond films. Absolutely.
Yeah. One of the first actually cars chase that I thought of. It wasn't my favorite, but I thought about it. The first thing was, I think it was Quantum of Solace has like the very first scene is a car chase.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think that's the one that has.
That's my least favorite.
Well, that's the writer's strike Bond movie. That was
but wait.
Quantum of Solace came out during the writer's strike of 2007, and I guess
they already had written it, right? Or
no, they wrote it while they filmed. Daniel Craig wrote that movie, helped write that movie. Wait. They
were making the movie while the strike was on.
Yeah,
because like right now, pretty much everything's shutting down. They're not doing anything. You're saying like just like the producers kind of wrote it and acted.
Yeah, the director wrote it too. I think. Yeah, they just made it They just made it, and they didn't have. I want to say it was originally supposed to be a Spectre movie, but then they turned it into whatever it was, the Quantum of Solace. So interesting.
I'm looking at this again. Baby Driver's an Edgar Wright film. Oh,
yes,
it's got to be weird then.
It's not. I mean, define weird. Like,
I don't know.
Because
maybe
the movie,
quirky is a better word.
Yeah, so it's not funny. Like, there's not a lot of funny parts to it. It's not like his other trilogy or like Scott Pilgrim or anything. The gimmick to Baby Driver is because the main character has tinnitus, he is constantly listening to music to drown out that noise that you hear when you have tinnitus, right? So he's always listening to music. So everything goes to a beat. The chases go to a beat, the fight scenes go to a beat, like everything goes to music, and that's the gimmick. And it's really good. Like it's so just if you love music and you kind of love like seeing things go to like a rhythm, this is the movie for you because it's very much that. Yeah.
By the way, Driver's on this list. I don't think you'll like that one.
It's not. That doesn't make sense. There's no chases in Driver.
What's Gumball Rally? That's kind of cool. I like that.
It sounds like a Hanna-Barbera thing.
It does. It was like in the Wacky Racers.
It's like, well, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah.
All right, what else? Any other ones coming to mind?
What was your favorite?
I guess, I knew I used to have one, and I can't think of what the freak it was, and I was hoping one of these lists would have it.
Is it Gone in 60 Seconds?
No, I've never even seen that movie, really, only parts of it.
The Italian Job?
No, no, it's not like it's not on
I have
anybody's list.
I have a list as well, so I just might as well.
Yeah,
Just,
right. Those are all on these lists as well. I mean, though the Rock one is really good, and there's just like Bond and some. Oh man, it's gonna come to me later. Like
Terminator 2.
Huh?
The chase through the Los Angeles River.
Yeah, you mean with the motorcycle and the
Yeah.
tractor trailer? That is a good one.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I'm trying to think if there's any other. Terminators generally have some good chase scenes actually.
Mad Max Fury Road had a bunch of chase scenes as well.
Yeah. That didn't blow me away.
No.
Oh, Gumbo Rally is akin to Cannonball Run, but better than Part 2. Okay, cool. I'll have to look that up. I haven't seen that.
I just
gumballs.
Yeah, well, that's the disappointing part. I want this one. I want this movie to be my favorite. I haven't seen it, but I want it to be my favorite movie with a chase scene called Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry from 1974, starring Peter Fonda. Apparently has a good chase scene in it. So now I need to watch this movie because it has the best name for a movie ever. So there you go.
Dirty Mary. What is it?
Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. That's the name of the movie. All right.
She's dirty. He's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Maybe I'll think of it later.
All right.
I feel like it's not necessarily even. Well, I guess you would think it's an action movie, but I'm trying to think of movies because you said right. There's also some that are not really.
There's action movies in like the craziest car chases and like in the weirdest movies, and it sometimes it's just like it just comes out of nowhere. But if I had to think of them off the top of my head, I couldn't come up with them right like off the top of my head, right? I guess like a Blues Brothers, technically you wouldn't expect a car chase scene, sure, but I'm sure there's a ton of unexpected car chases. As a matter of fact, I'm looking it up now because I want to see if they have like there's got to be a category of movie where they're like unexpected car chases.
Yeah, and tell us in the chat, folks, if there's any movies out there that you wouldn't think would have an amazing car chase, but it does. And while you do that, don't forget, hey, hit that like button or thumbs up, whatever the heck it is. Thumbs up, I guess.
It's still, yeah. It's the thumbs up like, yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe if you haven't, like Scorpio. Subscribe from all your accounts if you have more than one. Hit that bell for notifications when we go live. All that good stuff. All right. The chase scene in Days of Thunder was great, with Rooker and Cruz racing each other in wheelchairs after their NASCAR crash put them in the hospital. Oh, wow. Huh. I actually haven't seen Days. I've only seen a little bit of Days of Thunder. Cool. All right. Did you find anything?
No, they don't have a list. I'm surprised they don't have a list.
What? Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, well. We'll have to make a list.
Oh, well. Yeah, we'll have to. I'm telling you, there's got to be movies. I'm not going crazy on here. It's going to be like a romantic comedy.
Like the Notebook.
Yeah, like The Notebook having, yeah. Or like.
Pretty in Pink.
I mean, I bet you anything. I don't remember the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet, but I bet the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet, because it's set in modern times. I'm curious if I don't remember if there was one.
There's cars in it. I can't remember if there's a chase or not.
I mean, again, my favorite for me, the only thing that I love about that is he gets a gun out and he calls it his longsword, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Bring me my longsword. Oh, it's a gun. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Let's see. There's a few car chases in the Hal Roach shorts.
Oh.
Or at one time part of the slapstick comedy routine. I'm sure the Stooges and others had a few.
Okay.
My best friend's wedding, hands down. Wait a minute.
Is there a car chase scene in my best friend's wedding?
I'm trying to think if he's being facetious. Because I really like that movie. That's a good movie. There's people running after each other. Definitely in that movie.
Right.
I can't remember if there is I can't remember a car chase in that one. Great movie though.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, sorry. I keep looking. I keep trying different versions of like car chases, but no, it's always the best or the coolest. It's like, no, I want ones that you don't suspect in a movie. Come on. That's what I want. Anyway.
Solo?
Is
there like a land speeder chase?
The first part of Solo is a land speeder chase. Yeah. That's the first.
Good?
No, it's terrible. It's like it's so awful because they don't know because the physics of land speeders are so weird, right? Like
Because
you
land
can't
speeders
drive them
don't
like a car.
they don't really go that fast. It seems like, right?
No, not like the speeder bikes from Return of the Jedi, which
Yes.
go super fast.
Oh,
Oh,
speaking
there's a
of
speed.
that, that's a good one. That's a
There's a
good one right
chasing.
there.
Yeah,
Speeder bikes and Jedi.
there you go.
That's exciting.
There's the chasing. I knew I'd find
Yes,
one.
good job. Yeah, they're going. Oh, they're so maneuverable. But yeah, land speeders are kind of like a boat almost. You know,
Yeah, they're
it's like,
very weight.
"Arr."
Well, they I think they modeled them off of the hovercrafts, right? The big where it just be that balloon at the bottom of the car or the vehicle. Yeah, and those are really, yeah, you're right. They're really weighty. They're really, they have no maneuverability, and that's what a speeder is. And they did a speeder chase. Yeah, even uh, in was it not Boba? Yeah, the Book of Boba Fett. They technically had a speeder chase in that one as well.
So I was thinking of that because sorry, let me get to the chat. Adventures of Tintin. I still don't know if he's joking with us or Tintin really. Actually, Tintin.
No, I think Adventures of Tintin actually did have a car chase.
Tell us about Best Friends Running Necrotis.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones have some fun chase scenes. That's definitely true. Oh,
there's a ton. There's a ton of
definitely like like army vehicles, that kind of stuff, chase scenes. And
my favorite was the guy's face chasing the propeller when he's fighting. Yeah, when he's fighting Indiana Jones, and the guy turns around, and the propeller goes.
You mean in the first one?
Yeah,
chasing the propeller. I saw they're putting that back in theaters for like, I don't know, a day or a week or something.
I'm telling you, we need like a lead up episode or something to Dial of Destiny.
Oh shit! Who did
Amalia was the one who was like,
right?
It was interested in that.
We have to do like a whole show on Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah.
That's coming up actually. What, June 30th or something? End of June?
Yeah, end of June, I think. Yeah.
We'll definitely have to do some kind of special indie episode before that. Before it, right? Leading up to it.
Leading up to it, yeah. I'd have to. Well, I mean, it'll always lead up to it because a Wednesday will always lead up to whatever the movie's coming out that Friday.
I don't know if you want to do it after it came out because we can see.
No.
I agree.
Best
chase scene in the movie you don't expect. Will Ferrell's character foot chasing Jeremy Pivens at the end of Old School. Okay.
That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
Oh, he can't tell without being a spoiler, but a stolen food truck. I know this scene.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Necrodius. All right, I got it. Thank you. Good non-spoiling. So, I was thinking of. I know the scene you mean, where it's kind of like it's not exactly. They're not speeder bikes, but they're kind of like scooter bikes.
Right. They're in their Vespas.
It's like the gang, the kind of like the teenage 20-something gang, right? That helps.
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I was thinking this because. So I just watched 2 movies the last 2 days. One of them was Hypnotic, which is a Robert Rodriguez film starring Ben Affleck, which was okay. But Robert Rodriguez did the episode you're talking about. He's directed some of the. He directed that episode of Book of Boba Fett, and I used to be a big fan of Rodriguez. Not that I have anything against him now, but he was like, for me, like, dude, like this guy knows how to do action. He's so stylistic, right? He like just makes really awesome action.
Yeah.
And I watched that scooter chase and I was like, what the fuck happened to Robert Rodriguez? This is the most boring chase scene I've ever seen in my life. Well, it's like they're like putting around like so slow.
It's because it's hard to show speed when you don't have anything moving, right? You have the background moving, but you don't have wheels. And you can't go so fast that
they were able to do that with the speeder bikes, right? So you could do it.
I guess you could.
And those things are small enough. You could have made them like just really fast.
But instead, they're just like going.
It was so
they're like
terrible.
Puttering. It was so. Look, I will always love Robert Rodriguez because he did Alita: Battle Angels. So I'm just gonna have to.
Did he direct it or
he directed it? Yeah,
he did. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, I love him for Desperado. That's why I love him. So again, he still listened. He still did some awesome stuff. But even in Hypnotic, the chase stuff, like even like the running, it all felt like too slow. It's like no, like sprint, run. Like what are you doing? Like,
do you think he's lost a sense of perspective?
I'm trying to figure out like what has happened. Yeah. That
I mean,
does he just think this is really fast or something? Or...
Yeah, because there were no chase scenes in Alita Battle Angel. Like there were no real chase scenes, so I can't say anything. I mean, the
There
fight
must have been
scenes are
action
great.
scenes, right? How were the action
Oh,
scenes?
the fight scenes are amazing. They're
Okay, that's
some of my
great.
favorite parts of the movie.
All
But
right, that's good.
like, but there's no chasing, so there's no running around the city or anything, which would have been fun because it's a good city to run around. But
I mean, I'll take fight scenes over chase any day, so that's fine. Let's see here. The rollerball race chasing in Alita Battle Angel is great. Hey, there you go. That movie's fantastic, by the way. Hey, look at that. You made Francis' day.
there you go.
Is that on your
Yeah.
top 5 movies of all time?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I love that movie. I love it. I'm so glad they're talking about it. I mean, they're only in talks, but I'm glad they're at least talking about a sequel. So
Oh, I thought it was going to happen because it didn't do very well. It didn't do well enough.
that's the point. Like, yeah, that's the thing. It didn't do very well, but there's still, I guess, somebody who I forget who brought it up, but it wasn't even like Robert Rodriguez or anything. Like some writer actually, I think, has brought it up. Like we need to do a sequel, and so they're coming together in potential sequel for the movie. So I'm really excited. Okay. I hope they do it.
Cool. Lead Battle Angel was awesome, but there's some CGI in that is so bad, he says.
I guess. I mean, yeah, look, it takes a minute to get used to what's her face's eyes. So I get it. Well, Alita, but the name of the actress. But yeah,
I couldn't. Just from the trailers, I knew I couldn't take it. Like I wouldn't be able to watch that.
Well, because they're anime eyes, and they gave her. I don't know why they had to give her anime eyes, but they gave her anime eyes, and you get used to it after a while. But when you first see it, it's like, this is really weird. I don't like it.
Tammy says, "How about a whole movie that's car chase duel? Was that Spielberg's first one?"
I don't know.
Tell me.
Speaking of Star Wars, there is a movie that's a whole chase, which is the Last Jedi.
Oh, because they're kind of just chasing them through.
Because it's the Empire chasing the one, rebellion ship, and that's the whole thing. The whole movie up until the end is like 3/4 of the movie is them chasing this one ship.
Very exciting. Not really.
No.
101 Dalmatians, he says, has a good chase.
That's true. It's Cruella de Vil chasing after the dogs, so that's true.
Toy Story technically had a car chase scene in it. Oh, like the toy cars?
Well, no, they were chasing after a moving. I think was it. You can tell me. Was it Nicorius? Tell me whether or not it was the one where they were chasing after the moving truck. Is that what the toys were chasing after the moving truck? And I think that would be the car chase.
Carrie, absolute best movie chasing. Kurt Russell and Zoe Bell's scene in Tarantino's Death Proof. It's badass.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, was Death Proof the thing he did with Tarantino, like the grindhouse things?
Yes. Even though that was Tarantino's, Grindhouse. Robert Rodriguez did.
But I mean, that was. He did what?
He didn't do Death Proof. He did the other movie.
No, but yes, I'm saying. But they were like together, right? They were like two halves, basically.
Oh yeah. It was a double feature. Yeah.
Right. Let's see here. Oh, he didn't like the alley fight scene. I guess that's what he didn't like about it.
Oh, really? Oh, I like the alley fight scene. No, that was a good one.
I think there was a car chase scene in some of your favorite here, Francis. Dixon Hill holodeck program on Next Generation.
Oh, there was. What was that? Yeah, I think there was, right? Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Don't chase him, Gloria. The driving.
Yeah. Oh, because it's don't listen to him, Gloria. He's lying, right?
Yeah, don't listen to him, Gloria. He's lying. Don't chase him, Gloria. The driving.
Yeah, they used RC to help chase the movie truck that was following the car to the new house.
Yes, yeah. That's it. Yep. Thank you.
Is Gloria the secretary?
I don't remember. Yeah, I think she was the front desk girl. Yeah, the secretary. Yeah. I don't know. It's just so dumb. Dixon Hill. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Patrick Stewart. Come on. Dixon Hill.
Now, I want to know. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I wonder if they ever brought Dixon Hill back on season 3 of Picard. They seem to bring everything else back.
No, they brought Moriarty. I mean, they did bring Moriarty back, so I guess they could have technically brought Dixon Hill back. I did watch clips of the final episodes of the 3rd season, and I'm like, yeah, I can see why people like it, but it still doesn't feel like Star Trek. It still doesn't feel like a Star Trek thing. It still feels too weird. It's just too weird. Anyway,
Death Proof and Planet Terror. Thank you. That was the
Planet
Grindhouse
Terror
double feature.
Yeah.
Don't forget the chase scene in E.T. Oh yeah, and Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Does Stranger Things do like a ode to E.T. or no?
Well, Stranger Things doesn't ode to all things 80s, really.
Yeah. But
But
I
yeah,
wonder if they did a bike chase scene like E.T. did.
I think they did actually, and I think the FBI were not holding walkie-talkies at the time.
No. Yeah, well, Spielberg just recently came out and said he wishes he did not change that he should not have done that.
Yeah, but unlike though Lucas, I bet you there's a version of ET you can get with the guns and not the walkie-talkies. I'm certain there's a version.
I don't know, actually. But that's also very much a Disney thing too now, right? They won't release it either.
Wait, is ET owned by Disney? Amblin is owned by Disney?
I mean those Star Wars films nowadays.
Oh.
I mean, if Star Wars really wanted to, right? Unless that was a deal with Lucas or something they made when they bought.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know if it is or not.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Spielberg actually says like I was glad to hear him say that, like basically that things are a product of their time, which I've always thought, and
Yeah.
you shouldn't be changing it, and you also shouldn't be like really looking at things from our modern perspective and criticizing things in the past.
Here's the thing. I don't mind if you enhance a thing, right? Like if Lucas went back on all the Star Wars things and just made like the lightsabers look a little better or like the blaster shots look better or something, but keep everything the same, maybe get rid of like the little halo effect that some of the ships had during certain scenes. Okay, fine. You don't have to change the whole thing. You don't have to have weird aliens singing in Jabba's palace. Like, it's okay. You don't have to worry about that.
Best chase scene ever. The Crows thing was a Short Circuit 2. Best
I need a hero.
Ever. Oh my God.
I'm holding that for a heat. Yeah.
That's a song for that. That's a great song. I forgot it was from that movie.
Yeah.
Is that playing during the chase scene?
Johnny Five is, whenever. Even though I don't, the scene I'm thinking of may not have been a chase scene. I know it's Johnny Five rolling through whatever city they're in, trying to get to a thing, but I forget if it's a chase or not. It's very good though.
McCrody says he has 8 copies of AT on VHS. Wow, that's a lot. They had guns in a copy he watched a year or so ago, so I guess they're just hard to find, but he says they're out there.
Good. Go to your local Blockbuster, pick one up.
Right. The one Blockbuster left.
Yeah.
All right, folks, let's move on to our first game, which I'm going to have Francis introduce because we only did this once officially, and I don't even know how it works. Super movie pitch is what it's called.
Well, that's
how does this work?
When the audience gives, so the last time we did it, we were doing it for, I think, was it about, it was, I don't forget, it was for a holiday. It was like for a day.
First time we kind of did it by accident, and then we officially did it once.
Right. Where people would give like a couple words, that either were related or unrelated. And we turned it into a movie pitch. Like we turned it into something ridiculous and fun and weird, but it was usually based off of your contributions. So you would say something like, oh my God, I can't think of a good example right now. Jeff, help me here.
Well, go ahead. I was relying on you. What was the prompt they gave us? Like,
they would give us a couple prompts, like a name of a person, like a name of, it was always something that existed already though. Like, but it was because it was based off the days of the week. Remember, we're doing days of the week, right? It was like the weird holidays from the, so that's where they
made up holidays, and then we came up with a movie pitch.
We came up with a movie pitch based off of like, Watermelon Day or something. Like,
right,
bananas
it could be something like almost like He-Man hosts his own cooking show.
Right. And so we would come up with a super movie pitch based off of very little information, and we had to make it work. And sometimes it just didn't make any sense, like bananas and spandex.
There you go. That's there you go. Greg helps us out. That's the perfect idea, right? Just give something weird like that. Or Face Slap Day. Yeah, we'll do some of these in a minute. That's all good. Yeah. Thanks, guys. What was I gonna? Oh, I have no idea. Great. Let's just maybe ask. Didn't I say that I and Marks were in a car chase during Dragon Con? I don't remember being in a car chase. I wish I was in a car chase at Dragon Con. I think that would be amazing. No.
Can you have an appropriate car chase in the streets of Atlanta? I guess you could. I mean, there's a ton of...
don't do it during the parade. You can't do that time.
No. But not a real car chase, like a playful.
During
car
the
chase.
con, it would probably be very difficult because the traffic's very bad.
Yeah, that's true.
You could, but otherwise, if it's the day before the con, maybe you could probably have a car chase in Atlanta.
Yeah. Why
I'm
not?
not advising doing that. That's because I don't want you to endanger pedestrians or
No,
yourself.
well, you don't want to hurt anybody. The point of the car chase is to be fake about the car chase. So
Right.
what you should do is, this is what you should do when you go to Dragon Con this year. Set up a car chase. Have like, just, I'm curious how many people. I want to see how many people you can join in. So you get a bunch of Matchbox cars. Okay, right? You get a bunch of Matchbox cars, and you just get a bunch of people together, and you designate one person as the car that you have to chase. So you get your little car, you put it up in front of you like this. Hold on, I happen to have a car right here.
You have a Matchbox there?
Well, not really.
Oh,
It's
Bumblebee.
So you have your car and you go, all right, yeah, you're gonna chase Bumblebee. So you go, brrr. So the first guy has to go like make the noises to drive off, and then
So,
everyone else
but he just
behind
like runs off, you mean, holding the
runs off,
car?
yeah. And then everyone behind him or her have a car, and you run after them with their own cars. And then as people watch you running after this one person, if they want to come along, have some extra cars, and you give it to that person and they join the group. Can you imagine the flash mob of a group of people running after a single guy with a
And
car?
are we all making car noises?
Oh, you're all making car noises. You
course.
have to, because you have to, and you have to do tricks, right? You have to like, jump off curbs, and you got to, all that stuff. That would be the funniest thing. I would
That
love.
does sound amazing.
Can you
I'm
imagine?
just imagine we're like running by and we're like, come on, help us, we gotta get him.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You got it.
And I just want to see like how many people actually would join in. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have
would.
you're gonna have to get a number of cars. Oh, totally. Totally. I just before the show started, while I was waiting for us to start, I watched a video of a woman at a Renaissance fair go up to people and said, "Shake my hand in character," and so everyone who was dressed up as a person, like some type of character, would shake her hand based on whatever the character they're trying to play as. So people will play along for like the silliest things.
Oh, yeah.
They'll do a car chase 100%.
Sorry, I was just reading some of the suggestions in the chat, but I think that's an amazing idea. We should absolutely do that.
Totally. I'd love that.
We got to video it.
That's my point.
Yeah.
The most I guarantee you, if you can make it happen, the most viral video of Dragon Con would be the car chase flash mob. That would be hilarious. And it doesn't have to be one person you're chasing. It could be like 5 or 6 people. The number of people you're chasing has to be smaller than the crowd chasing because that's always how the car chases work. It's always outnumbered by a bunch of people. So.
Oh, of course. Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Ah, that'd be so good.
Maybe we can make our way through every hotel in Dragon Con.
Even better. Oh, please. Yes. Necrotius. Yes. Make it so. I have ideas sometimes. I have some good ideas every once in a while.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I think what you're talking about, Listeners Made, is Mark's almost didn't stop in time when a car in front of him, because Mark's is a maniac. He thinks he's James Bond. That's not the way he'll tell it. He'll probably tell it like, I think, oh, that other driver slowed down real fast. What was he doing? Blah, blah, blah. All I know, I was like, what's happening, Marks? We're about to hit that car. We're fine. No, we didn't hit it. It was okay. But he wasn't a BMW at the time, so I think he got excited to race around.
Oh, I gotta adjust my mic. I just realized you're wearing a Star Wars shirt, and I too am wearing a Star Wars shirt.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, stand up. Oh, is that a disco ball?
Well, no, that's the Death Star.
Oh, Death Star.
8-bit Death Star with 8-bit Mega Man-esque
okay.
Star Wars characters.
Very nice. I like it.
So now I got to do this so we can see at least Darth Vader showing off.
That's right. All right, let's start Super Movie Pitch by doing bananas and spandex.
Bananas and spandex. All right, go for it, Jeff.
Oh, thanks a lot. So, this is a fun, family-friendly comedy about animated bananas who wear spandex because, you see, these bananas have a dream of becoming superheroes.
Oh.
And that's why because as you know, superheroes dress in spandex. At least
that's
the
true.
ones do.
Yeah. Difficult to argue.
But the problem is the spandex is smushing the bananas. And this is a big problem.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
So the movie is them going about all these different hijinks, trying to figure out how can we become superheroes if we can't wear spandex. And they realize at the end, a true superhero is just you need it in your heart, and you don't need a certain costume. Plus, it's all about family.
Right.
Because they're a family of bananas.
I'm trying to think of a title now, even though this is
Bananas
not part of the
Spandex.
game. Oh, it's just bananas. Because some of these are just suggestions. Because I'm not going to use the
I
title of the
think
movie.
that's
Is not
a good
going to be.
name, though. I think that's a good
That's
name.
a good
though.
name. Yeah, bananas Hispanics is a good name.
Or Bananarama. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. What's a good one for you to do? I think I want to see you do. Wait, no, okay. We'll save that one because we just did Greg's. Sorry.
Yeah.
I definitely want to do that one. We're going to do. Hey, give us some more suggestions in the chat here, folks. Let's do Face Slap Day from Necrodius.
All right, Face Slap Day. All right. So there was a TV show. This is the movie version of a TV show called The Slap, which didn't do very well because I don't think it lasted like more than a season. But they're like, you know what we need? We need a movie. You know what? It was a TV show. Too many episodes. We need a movie about a slap. Well, this is set in, but it's set in 1800s England, and Lady Slapperly is rising to power and decides that, you know what, in order to truly be embraced by the people of England as the new lady, of this town, she will have to make a day where she slaps people, and so Lady Slapperly gets all of her quirky and attractive servants in a row in front of the town square and slaps all of them across the face one by one in succession, just right across the face, earning her the title of Lady Face Slap. And thus the townspeople found that very, very humorous and also very heartwarming, and thus Face Slap Day was born.
Oh, so this is a comedy.
It's a comedy. Yes.
Oh, okay,
It's
good,
a comedy.
good.
Yeah. Because The Slap was also considered a comedy, and it's about like a guy who just slapped a kid, I think.
Wait, that's a real. I thought you were making up. That's a real.
Like that's
show.
a real show.
The
Yeah, that was a
Slap?
real show. The Slap. Yeah.
All right, Necrodius approves. Of course, he is the
Oh,
creator
good.
of Face Slap. So there you go.
Yay.
Lady Slapperly's lover. Like, what's the actual one? Lady Chatterley?
Chatterley. Yeah, I think it's
Chatterley's
Chatterley.
lover.
Yeah.
That's really funny, Chaz.
Yeah.
All right, let me do listeners' mate. Superheroes and villains discovering the game of bingo at a church bazaar.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Now, is the church like strange, therefore the church
Yes.
bizarre, or is the church bizarre like?
See, because these heroes and villains discover they're in
Okay.
Bizarro world.
Oh.
Yes,
There you
and
go.
they're in a church. So instead of bingo, it's Ogimib.
Ognib, yeah.
Ognib. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ognib. That's how you say it. And so they play the game of Ognib, which is very bizarre to them because it works in reverse. You have to give the letters to the person drawing them. So whoever's the first to lose all their letters wins. Yes. So, but luckily, and what they realize is to save this world of Bizarro World from the evil Ognib master, they must defeat him at the Ognib tournament, which happens in Bizarro World every year. It's the hottest thing, the Ognib tournament. So they train really hard, and there's an amazing montage of preparation scenes, right? To training to be the Ognib champions. And at the big finale scene against Master Ognib, because the game's named after him.
Right, yes. Master Ognib.
There's a chase scene where they just run around in circles in the tent, the Ognib tent, throwing letters at each other. But luckily, Ognib chokes on one, and that's how they defeat him.
Oh, that's quite the.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Comedy.
Except for the choking to death part.
Yeah. All right, now let's do General Kenobi Zamboni Bon Jovi Cannoli Ravioli.
Yeah, I like that you're giving me that one.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the best title ever, by the way, Greg.
Okay. So, so the annual Jedi hockey game had just finished with Bon Jovi being the final act. You know, he's closing out the ceremonies for the Stanley Cup of the Jedi Hockey League, the JHL.
Right, JHL. That's good.
So the JHL Jedi Hockey League is finally over, and Bon Jovi is singing, and General Kenobi decides, you know what, I'm gonna go to the buffet table over here and get myself a little bit of cannoli and ravioli. So he's having himself a little bit of cannoli and ravioli when terror strikes, and Darth Maul on a Zamboni is attacking Bon Jovi. So General Kenobi with his cannoli and ravioli must avoid the sound guys who do Foley as they're in the way of Bon Jovi. So as such, General Kenobi screams "Holy moly!" as he runs towards the Zamboni, throwing cannoli and ravioli at Maul's phony baloney. Well, his phony baloney, and somehow saves the day. Of course, the title is General Kenobi Zamboni on Jovi cannoli but ravioli.
Oh, you can't beat that title. Absolutely.
That's the title of the film, and there you go.
And then the post-credit scene, Palpatine has Bon Jovi in the private concert as he holds up a picture of Obi-Wan, and he's singing. Bon Jovi sings "Wanted, Dead or Alive."
Exactly. Yeah.
I just wanted to work in a Bon Jovi song.
Oh man.
All right, very good. All right, we'll do one last one. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it together. Fast and Furious: The Final Frontier, because we're talking about the car.
Very good.
Well, we open with Ludacris and Tyrese blasting off into space in their sports car because they got a transmission from Captain Picard saying that they are the only hope to save the Federation. So not only does the car go into space, it transports into the future. It's a DeLorean.
400 years into the future.
Yes, it's a DeLorean space traveling car.
Oh,
space traveling car.
Right. Yes.
And when they reach the 24th century, Francis.
Yes.
A little bit.
Right. Okay. So getting the message. Oh no. Well, no. So they get through a wormhole that pushes them 400 years into the future, to which they find their way onto.
In the middle of the wormhole, though, a guy speaks in a really weird cadence, and he says I'm the emissary of the prophets.
And they're like, yeah, they're nodding their head like to the beat of his talking.
Right.
They're like,
yeah, you should be in our next rap song.
So they make their way to the 24th century, where they meet up with Picard on the Enterprise, and Picard tells them,
you're Sean Connery.
Look here, Ludacris and Tyrese. We need you to fight the Borg, because they're fighting over here. And they're like, yes. Well, of course. Well, why you find this Borg? It's like, for family. We know family. They say to each other.
Right, because Picard says, "I just found out I'm a daddy." And
that's right.
I didn't know for 20 years. Beverly never told me, but I just found out. So now my whole life's about family. And that really struck a chord with the two fast drivers.
We too don't have sons.
Right.
only
But we know
only
about
one of our
family.
family has sons.
So they called up Dom, and everybody who's ever been in any of the Fast and Furious movies goes through the
Telemats.
wormhole, and the Borg does not know how to deal with all these space cars zipping around them so fast. They've never seen a space car before.
Right.
They just don't know what to do with it, and they're just, oh my god, it's driving them nuts. They can't lock on. They don't know what's happening.
But due to the genius of Ludacris and Tyrese, they were able to develop warp NOS, where they do Romulan drifting in space. You know,
Right, and that prevents the Borg from locking on with their phasers.
exactly. Yeah, they do Romulan drifting, and they do some Klingon wheelies, and like everything's named after an alien race for some reason, but they don't care.
Klingon
Ludacris
wheelies,
and Tyrese. And in the end, some sexy Borg in bikinis decide that these two hot rappers / actors, hackers / comedy relief, decide that they're so sexy that they give up their evil ways and instead throw a party in which somehow brings both Ludacris and Tyrese back to the past, and we will call it Back to the Future 4. Because they're trying to make it back to the Future 4.
So you're saying the Borg bikini girls are back in the past with them, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Partying. And they'll be the ones like throwing the flag down to start the races for now.
All of Bill and Ted, of course. Yeah. Because Bill and Ted had like medieval babes.
Yeah. So this is the opposite. They're getting future babes.
Like your future babes. Yeah.
Hey, Matt, you just came in on Super Movie Pitch. Welcome. Let's see here. You're right, Necrotis. I did forget that the Bon Jovi or should have been wearing spandex banana outfit.
Oh God, yeah. Oh
yeah. Wait, struck a chord, not general chord. His battle tactics were required reading at Starfleet Academy. Was that the?
Is that a real general?
I'm thinking of Kang. I think the Christopher.
Christopher Lloyd.
Lloyd, yeah, I think. Who's Chord? Tell us who Chord is.
It might have been. Yeah, I don't know. Chord.
No, sorry, they don't find God in this one. That's Star Trek 5. We can't touch. Yeah, all right. Good. Well, good for. I keep want to say Ja Rule instead of Ludacris for some reason. Good for Ludacris and Tyrese. Wait, does Tyrese go by just Tyrese? Didn't he have a name, a last name? At one time?
Tyrese Gibson is his name.
Gibson. Does he just go by Tyrese now, or is it?
I think he go. Well, I mean, every time they ever talked about him in the movies, they called him Tyrese with an actor. They don't call him Tyrese Gibson.
Well, because Ludacris actually has obviously a name too.
Yeah, Ludacris. I forget his name. Oh God, it's like a really normal name. It's
not Ludacris at all.
Such a no.
Oh, it's a quote from Star Trek 5.
Oh.
All right. Well, wow, look at this. A lot of Star Trek 5 references about the God. That's from Star Trek 5 too.
So,
all right.
Ludacris's name is Christopher Brian Bridges.
Yes, that's right.
That's a great name. I think that's actually a really good name, Christopher Brian
CBB.
Bridges. That's like a great name. Yeah.
Nope, he's like, call me Ludacris, which is also a good rapper name, I think.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to meet. Was it? Damn it. Who was the? Did I meet Tyrese once?
Did you actually meet Tyrese once? I was like in the same. I was in the same room as like I think at a convention with Ludacris, but that was it. I never met the guy.
I met two actors in Buffalo. There's the most amazing. That's where the chicken wing got invented. But Duff's is my favorite place there. It's kind of legendary.
Wait, so before then, chickens didn't have wings? Sorry,
right,
go on.
Exactly. No, they did not. They were just running around with no wings.
All right, go on.
Instead of like running with their heads chopped off, I was running with their wings chopped off.
Yeah. The chicken dance was just...
You can't pretend to be a chicken without wings. So yeah.
No chicken dance, yeah.
No chicken dance, you're right. I don't know, but I was just coming back from Toronto shooting some indie film stuff.
Oh, nice.
And here's the thing. I was actually another guy who was from Lost or something we recognize, but I want to try to remember. Was he with Tyrese? He was with some other like actor rapper because they were shooting some film in Toronto or something.
Okay.
I don't know, but I got a picture with the other guy. But now I'm thinking, if that was Tyrese, fuck, I should have got a picture with him too. But can't remember now. Damn it. Oh well.
I mean, I think Tyrese was originally a singer too, wasn't he? Before he became an actor, I'm pretty sure. I think Tyrese was like a singer or something.
The thing that sucks, after I looked at the picture later, I had all like freaking sauce stains on my shirt from the wings.
Well, but that's you know,
because I just finished and they were just getting there. All right, that's Super Movie Pitch. All right, good. Thanks for the suggestions, everyone.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. Hey, don't forget, since there's no guest tonight, it was just us. We'll just pimp our own stuff. Oh, look, we both have a copy now.
Hold on, let me show the boat.
Oh, where's the boat? You can show our names on the back.
Oh yeah.
Tales of Monstrosity, Monsters, Myths, and Miscreants. Hey, my name's right above yours. It's easy to point to. No other way. There you go.
It's reverse. I mean, I can't see.
He's like, mine's nice and centered and the longest. You're exactly in the center.
It is, yeah. I do like that Goodreads automatically puts my name on that book. So I went on Goodreads today, just since we're talking about the book, and I'm like, oh, I might as well add my name since we had a Goodreads review recently. I'm like, I should probably add my name to the book. It's already there. I'm already part of like this, but I'm also now like my Goodreads author account is now the author of all of Father Francis Fernandez's, like the Catholic priest who wrote a bunch of books. I'm now the author of all of his books too, apparently, because when I look at my list of books that I've written, it's those two, and then like a bunch of this Catholic priest. I'm like, that's not me, but I'll take it, I guess.
That happens with Goodreads. Well, that happened with me. There was all these other a couple other Jeff Burns's. Yeah. I just had to post in their librarians thing to remove those from. That wasn't me.
Oh. There's too many of them,
they
though.
Should
There's
be attributed to the right person, obviously.
I'll have to do that then, because I was
with
like,
my Riley Rose, I get wrong Riley Rose things attributed to me, and yeah.
Is that really is Riley Rose like that common of a name? I didn't think it would be.
Well, I didn't think so when I chose it as my pen name, because I searched and there was no websites for it for author stuff. But I wasn't thinking that actually a lot of authors don't make websites for their books. They just use Amazon and all their stuff. Yeah. So yeah, there's at least two other Riley Roses out there. One does erotica, one does, I think, other kind of books. But somehow I get attributed to both of them.
And yeah, you're right, Matt. That's a lot to live up to. As a matter of fact, I now have to give life advice to all Catholics from here on out because I'm named after the same pattern.
For some reason, it doesn't make sense. I want you to be an Irish Catholic priest.
No,
he's my son. Oh yeah.
He's, I think, he's like Argentinian or something. Like he's like not even.
That makes more sense with his name.
Yeah.
Well, but he probably is Catholic then, right? If he's Argentinian.
No, he is. He's I looked up because I've looked it up before. Because I know that there's a guy with my name on IMDb who is like a background character in a TV show or movie. So my name is on IMDb already. Nice. And then there's and then there's the author who's
Father Francis Fernandez. That's good. All F's, all alliteration.
All F's, yeah.
I want someone to write to you like, oh, Father, on Goodreads. Can you help me with this?
I mean, I'm now expecting it now that it's attributing all of the dude's book, and he wrote a bunch of books. Which is why I'm like, oh God, if I don't know how to get rid of this, but okay, now that I know, I have to.
Yeah, I can tell you how to do it later.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Anyway, yes. Well, let me show you the link, folks. If you don't have the book already, we would love it if you get it. It really helps us do more books like this. Books2read.com/Tales of Monstrosity. It's also right on the homepage of Super Geeked Up. It's like right underneath the video you're watching. It's the first thing you'll see is the book. Don't forget, you can also get a cool dragon book, which was the first one. Of course, I have too many freaking links. There it is. Books2read.com/Dragon's Tale. That was our first anthology.
Yeah. Well, you need to, not only do you need to see it, but you need to have it in the background of all of your videos and TV, and whenever you're doing like pictures or something, just have it in the background, just standing like this.
Yeah, just like that. Right.
Like that.
That's perfect.
And
actually, folks, we have a third bonus anthology coming out very soon, actually, because we did some bonus stories for Kickstarter, and we're going to release that as a full book.
Bonus.
Yeah. So more books for you. And by the way, since I mentioned it, if you like to check out any of my geeky comedic erotica, RileyRoseErotica.com. The real Riley Rose.
You'll laugh in your pants.
Oh my wow, that is one I have not thought of using. Actually,
That's not. There you
maybe
go.
I should though. Yeah, laugh in your pants. Wow. All right. Jeez. All righty. Let's see here. Is an erotica writer via his Goodreads account? Well, I have that Riley Rose you saw. I have a Jeff Burns account where you'll find these kind of books, the anthologies. I have a Riley Rose Goodreads and an Amazon account where you'll find all the erotica. So I separate that into two different things.
And if you've read Tales of Monstrosity at some point, I believe you'll see continuing tales of our stories at some point that we've written in Tales of Monstrosity.
Wait, what?
You'll see. We'll have continuing tales of those tales at some point.
Oh, you mean like the books we're writing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm halfway through actually with the full book based on my story.
And I already have some ideas for like I've written down. I know. Oh man, I can't say anything because I have this idea for a villain for my character from the Tales of Monstrosity book, and I'm like, man, this is the best villain ever because it's going to be really. I hope it's really funny because the villain I feel like is a really funny villain. So I'm really hoping it's considered funny. I'll see. Someone doesn't like urban. If you don't like urban fantasy though, then no. But yeah.
You're saying we just got the review, right?
Right.
Said, I didn't like the urban fantasy part.
What are you saying, Jeff? I'm sorry.
So wait, are you saying the book would focus on your villain, not your protagonist?
No. I already have a title. So the title of it, because my hope is my hope is that people pick this up before they get Tales of Monstrosity, like because it's going to be a standalone book, right? And I wanted the first book to be called The Further Adventures of, or the like continuing as if I've been writing this forever. Or like the final cases. Like I want it to sound something like, oh yeah, we've been doing this forever, and really it's supposed to be the first book in the series.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So
Nice.
yeah, but So we'll see. I'm excited.
Awesome.
I'm excited to just put this villain onto paper, but it's gonna be like kind of what you're doing, which is a bunch of small stories into a big anthology of stories of this one guy.
Oh, sweet, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like doing it that way.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I don't have Arthur Conan Doyle's ability to do an entire story on one case.
Well, but he only did 4 of those. Most of his are short stories.
Oh, are they really?
Okay. Short stories. He only did 4 novels, Sherlock Holmes novels. The rest of them are short story collections.
Because the same thing with Philip K. Dick, right? Like he mostly does short stories, and then lot of his stuff is like.
Yeah, I mean, Electric Sheep, I think is actually, because I've read it as a full one, more of like a full one.
Yeah.
But most of them, you're right. Like most of the ones they made into movies or shows are short.
Yeah, they're just short. I had no idea. Yeah. Total Recall is like just a short story, which I read recently, and I'm like, oh, it's just like so short.
I think it's what is that? We can sell it for you wholesale or something.
We can sell, yeah.
And that one is like very, very different than the movie.
Oh, 100%. Well,
I mean, the seed's there, but
yeah, I was gonna say like a lot of the foundation and some of the stuff that happens in the book does happen in the movie. You know, like the whole like having the trip through your head or whatever. Like that's the virtual trip is a thing in the book in the story. It's not like that was So I mean, there's enough. Is Minority Report a short story or a full book?
That's right. That is a thick one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've read that one, so I don't know.
The Adjustment Bureau, I think, is also another short story.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite movie. I would say probably of the ones that they've made into Dick. I love that movie. And
not Blade Runner, or
no. I mean, no. I appreciate Blade Runner, but I'm not in love with it. I mean, because I agree. Listen, it's a very slow movie, but I appreciate it. I still like it. I like the movie. I know you do not, but I appreciate that what it did for all of like noir, like future cyberpunkish type cinema.
Hi, Marks.
Yes, Mark says a short story is that short stories rock. You got it, Marks.
Well, it does for some people.
Huh? Oh, oh my God, Francis isn't gonna let this go. It was still a 4-star review. It's fun.
It was still a 4-star review. Yeah, I can't argue that.
Marks,
yeah.
we were just pimping the book. But Francis is upset that we just got another review on Amazon, which is we got a 5 and 4-star now. That's great.
Yeah.
So 4.5. But I guess the person said, I liked everything except the third. Wait, we shouldn't tell Mark this. That's his section too.
Because it's
The urban fantasy section.
the guy wasn't into. It's not his style. It's not his style of story.
It's
He's
style.
not a fan of urban fantasy, which
I mean,
I can
I'd say
respect.
I think it's the best section, but all right,
I didn't. In all honesty, before this book, I didn't know urban fantasy even existed because I don't read urban fantasy.
Oh, really?
I haven't really. I don't think so.
So you never read any Dresden or watched the Dresden Files on TV? No.
Which I guess
Well,
now
it didn't used to exist years ago. I don't.
I just didn't know it was a thing, right? Because
it's pretty big nowadays, though.
yeah, most of what I read is fiction, like science fiction and fantasy, like high fantasy. I didn't go into like the different kind of subgenres like urban fantasy and all that.
So you just don't think of them that way.
Yeah,
right, really. But I mean, you've watched urban fantasy stuff because Buffy is considered an urban fantasy.
or that is it really? Oh,
It's on
that's
the
cool.
Urban Fantasy
Okay, so
track
yeah,
at
so
Dragon
okay.
Well, it depends, right? I mean, some people would just I would say it's a vampire show, like
Yeah,
initially.
that's what I thought. Yeah,
I can see why Dragon Gun puts it as an urban fantasy. It's urban because it's a modern fantastical thing, right? Supernatural is an urban fantasy.
Is that what urban fantasy means? It's like a modern fantasy.
Yeah, it's basically modern, like set in like I would say, Marks, you can tell me more. Set in modern, like a urban city environment, usually in modern times, but dealing with fantastical elements,
okay.
as opposed to traditional fantasy, which is set in usually like a medieval-esque world that doesn't exist or in the past or something, right? With dragons and other stuff.
Okay.
And like swords and sorcery type stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's how I would say it, but Marks and other people can tell it. Buffy is considered one of the first urban fantasy TV series.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it happens. Only the coolest kids like all the genres.
Yeah. No, the guy who reviewed is a cool kid. I mean, he was kind enough to.
Yeah,
review
no, he read it and actually, he took the time to leave a review, so that's great.
Yeah.
Buffy influenced a lot of urban fantasy books in the late '90s and on. All right.
Is Dark Angel considered urban? I'm guessing it is, right? Or sci-fi.
I think I would call that more actually sci-fi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I guess there wasn't a magical element, right? It was mostly just aliens or like evolution or something.
Yeah. Well,
'cause they were like weird creatures in there, like they had tails and whatever. It's sci-fi. Okay. Thanks, Marks. You're
Marks
like
is our oracle on classifying everything.
he's the genre king.
Oh,
biopunk.
for you, biopunk.
Oh my god, Marks, it's already
like I
confusing.
just learned about urban fantasy. Damn it!
I don't need more subgenres. I don't need more micro categories for these things.
However, in the books or like Barnes and Noble, you're gonna find all this stuff in the sci-fi fantasy section.
That's
where
true.
they're gonna put all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, this was actually for the anthology. It was my first urban fantasy one. I liked it a lot, actually. I dig.
Yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed. I find. Okay, sorry, people who aren't into writing, but I'm gonna have to talk a little writing here since we have Mark's here as well. But like, I really enjoy. I feel like there's a freedom to writing in first person versus third person, which is what I'm used to writing as. But the freedom of first person is you can not make mistakes, but you don't have to take the narration too seriously because it's coming from the point of view of the character that you're playing as, right? Like that you're writing for. So, don't put unreliable narrator or whatever. Put that aside. I'm just saying, like in general, when you're writing, like when you're building a scene or you're painting a picture, you get to have a little bit more fun with it versus like. Some of these authors like Robert Jordan who like tells you every line of like wood on a painting frame or something, and he gets really into it. Versus if you were in first person, you're like, look at that painting, it's crazy. You can just say that, and that's all the descriptor you need,
right?
Because you're the guy, you're the one writing, you're the one telling the story. So I love it. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I've become a big fan of first person too. That's what I do most of mine. You're right. I like how I don't know. I just feel like. You're right. You can because it's everything's from that person's perspective, so you can do really fun, like you're saying, like fun descriptions. I think you can really get establish the character a lot better that way too.
I think the only drawback is then it's harder to get the thoughts and I mean especially if you just stick to the one main character. I guess you
Yeah.
could jump around characters, you could do it, but now you can't see the world from the other perspective of the other characters, which is
Yeah.
kind of tough. But
That is the drawback. Unless you
yeah.
do like actually Marx has done this, where you
Yeah.
just you switch each chapter characters you're focusing on and still do it from first person.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
Marx loves first person. He says lets him get into the character's mind. I
Yeah.
totally agree. But Matt says here's a new category for you: East Siberian retro fantasy sci-fi.
God. Well, you know what's funny is there's oh my God, there's a video game that has that exact descriptor because it's like set in, I guess Russia would be considered Siberia, right? Like,
Yeah, Siberian
yeah,
retro. Yeah.
yeah. So but it's retro. It's like yeah. There's a bit of fantasy sci-fi in there. So East Siberian retro. I kind of know that that exists because I've seen a video game that's kind of like that. So that's funny.
And Mark says he won't blow your mind with Noble Bright. Then, well, now I want to know what Noble Bright is, though, Marks.
Yeah, what's Noble Bright? Is that like a light bright, but very
Or can only nobles write?
only
like
nobles can
nobles
use
write?
it? Yeah. What is this?
Necrotius writes mostly in first person as well. Writes it sometimes incorrectly because not everyone is perfect in how they say what they say, so it's more natural. Oh, that's interesting.
That's true. I mean,
That's true.
I'm not gonna misspell stuff.
Imagine that. Like you. Well, I mean, sometimes people do. I guess do that, or
They do, yeah.
Or it's a different spelling, like for like the way they're speaking it, right?
Right.
But it's just funny, like if you just deliberately spelled all these words wrong in your.
Because that's how they write or something. I mean, and people do it, and it's not bad, but I always get taken out when that happens. Like, oh.
New game from Greg. Give a made-up genre. Come up with a movie for it.
Oh, that's
I see.
funny.
So
That-
kind of
that's
like what we're
good.
doing, but a made-up genre. I do like that, Greg.
Oh man. The thing is, it's going to be hard because I'm sure at some point a genre's been made for everything. But we could try. This is definitely worth workshopping.
Hey, I'm making a note of that, Greg, right now.
Oh, there you go. You can't see it, but I see. I see it. Jeff is making note of your new game idea because we're always looking for new
Yes.
games.
All right, what else here? Wait, as I make this note, what else is going on in the chat?
So Mark says that the opposite of grim dark is noble bright. These books are fantasy, whether urban, paranormal, epic, or anything in between, but their stories avoid darker themes. That's right up Jeff's alley. That's exactly.
Oh, it is. Yes.
Yeah, because
Lighter
it's
themes,
all.
I love it.
Yeah. So Nugger says, I mean, sentence structure can be a bit off. The slang can be different, and sometimes people say things a different way. That's true. No, that's a good point. Especially in dialogue. I do like a character. Like I made a character in my short story in Monsters where he never says the G, so it's always like I'm talking, and then apostrophe. I'm talking here,
Oh,
so
yeah. People use a lot of apostrophes like that.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
So no, they never pronounce the G. So I mean, I get that. That's fun. I like that.
And you're right, listener. If we're in the South, we could use like reckon and y'all. I love y'all.
Yeah, but and I think those are really good words. Like those are great ways to kind of like establish. If you wrote rogue, you wrote down rogue, I'm certain y'all is in her.
Because sugar, rogue sugar would be SUGAH.
Oh, I just would put it. I just take out the ER and put A.
Oh, I think.
AR. Sorry.
Well, that's similar though. Yeah. No, it would be ER usually, but yeah, you would put an A.
Yeah.
And I would put like an AH. Yeah, sugar. All right, let's see here. What am I? Oh wait, trivia. He owns a role playing game. Its genre is World War I diesel punk called Carbon Gray. Waiting for my head to implode. That is pretty amazing.
Carbon Gray. First off, I like the name.
Wait, diesel punk, is that like steampunk but run on diesel instead of steam?
Yeah, so it's all I mean, that's Mad Max. Mad Max is diesel punk.
Well, see, that's a term I haven't really heard before. All right.
Well, I'm guessing.
Oh,
I've never heard.
You're an expert at it.
No, I'm guessing. Oh, yeah, Fallout would be nuclear punk because that's the whole right. That's their whole thing is nuclear. or nuclear, as former
Isn't it
President Bush
after
would call
like
it.
a nuclear apocalypse? Those games.
Yeah, because the basis of the game or the story is you survive the fallout of a nuclear apocalypse,
Okay.
and so you exit your bunker.
Solar punk. Oh my God, Marx knows them all. Wait,
So it's all solar
like
powered.
so solar powered things.
Okay.
How
So
about aquapunk? Is there aquapunk?
hydropunk.
Yeah, hydropunk.
Yeah. What would be wind? It wouldn't be wind punk because that
No.
doesn't sound right.
Aeropunk.
Aeropunk. I like aeropunk.
Yeah. All right. Wait, what's the basis war?
Now that's a quote from what is that? What is that quote from? It's a
Is it from
quote.
Fallout?
Maybe.
All righty, folks. Let's move on to our next super geeky question. And then we got one last game for you. Ecopunk. Waterworld would be waterpunk. There you go.
Yeah. Waterpunk.
So, besides seeing Hypnotic, I saw another movie, unfortunately, which no one else has seen, apparently, except the two people in the theater with me. Love Again, which was a very enjoyable romantic comedy, actually.
There's only 3 people in the theater.
It's only showing one time in the afternoon. This is like third week in theaters. It's gonna be its last week. Priyanka Chopra.
Yeah.
She's the lead in it. Anyway, sorry, it was actually, I recommend it if you're looking, and I wish it was doing better because I would like these kind of romantic movies to come back and do well in theaters.
Well, there was
it was very sweet and moving.
Did you see the one with Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson, Marry Me?
I did not see that one, no.
That's another. I never saw it either. I wanted to, actually. That's like, it's weird because I don't normally gravitate towards romantic comedies, even though I like them, but I don't normally gravitate towards them. And this was one I'm like, I really need to watch this movie because it looks like it's such a weird premise where they in the trailer they show that Jennifer Lopez's character gets cheated on by her fiance, and so but they're leading up to this big wedding that they were supposed to have. So her single "Marry Me" is the song that she was debuting for this wedding. Well, when she finds out he's cheating, she's like, I obviously can't marry you. And Owen Wilson, who's just there for his daughter, is carrying a "Marry Me" sign, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll marry you."
Oh,
and
yes,
so that's the premise of the movie. Is he's gonna marry? Yeah, it's like,
oh wait, is she playing herself or just like a pop star?
She's playing a pop star. She's not. Okay. Yeah, she's playing someone else.
Diesel punk for vegan, salad punk.
Salad punk.
Yes, and Chopra actually is in a Citadel show I'm loving right now. She's actually in 2 things right now. She really that'd be a good twist though in this one. I like her a lot. She's great. Anyway, go see Love Again or see it streaming if you don't see it now. But what's your favorite romance or romantic comedy? That's the question based on me watching this yesterday, this movie.
Ooh.
Favorite romance or romantic comedy? Let's see here. 13 going on 30 is always one high on my list.
You know what's funny is even though I know it is, I don't think of it as romantic comedy for some reason because it has that supernatural element.
Oh, really? I totally think it is. But I think I just love that movie. I love Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo. Like those two are so good together. Just great. They're still on punks. Spider punk is a genre that started. Oh, Peter Parker. Peter Parker.
I recently watched Homecoming again, Spider-Man Homecoming. That's a good. Okay. I mean, it's good. Like Tom Holland is really good as Spider Peter Parker. I'm glad he doesn't have an accent.
I think we should do a thing where we all watch the movie and Mark's dubs in accent.
Anytime someone says Peter Parker.
Well, no, anytime Tom Holland speaks as Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. What are you doing here? Mary Jane.
Oh, My Best Friend's Wedding, and The Wedding Singer. Yep, those are great romantic comedies. Next Stop Wonderland. I haven't seen that.
I don't know that one.
What's yours?
So I just want to briefly. It's so funny. I saw The Wedding Singer once, and The Wedding Singer is such a funny movie because for people who don't know, I was actually married once many years ago. Something I don't bring up very often because it was 10 years, over like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, I was married. But there's a song in there that he sings that what's his face? Oh God, why
Adam
is his
Sandler.
name? Adam Sandler. He sings to Drew Barrymore. That was because the groom's people didn't and the bridesmaids didn't have anything to say. Their one role was to sing the song at the wedding. But man, that's I like that movie. That's a good one. Music and lyrics is another. I think that isn't that a.
That's the name of a movie.
Yeah, that's the name of a movie. Oh God, who's in that one?
So wait,
but anyway, what?
Did you give your choice? What is your choice?
So my choice, anyway. So that's just fine. I just every time I see the wedding scene, that's all I think about. Anyway, so my choice is a movie that is not a comedy, but you said romance or romantic comedy, so I'm going to go with romance. It's a movie called Once. It's an Irish kind of musical, sort of. It's not really a musical, but the guy who wrote and starred in the movie, I think he even directed it, is a musician. And it's really good because it's about two people falling in love, but they can't really because they have their own relationships outside of themselves, but they kind of fall in love with each other and they express that love through singing. And it's really good. Like, it's really, really good. I love that film.
Nice.
I don't like the ending because I really did want them to be together. As there's always movies where you're like, oh man, those two should have been together. But they're with the partners that they should be with, which is cool. That's fine. But you spend all movie with them. You're like, I want them to get together. So,
I think so. He's saying Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore, I think, are in music and lyrics. He's saying.
Oh, okay.
He also says "Falling Slowly" is beautiful.
That's the name of the song, I think.
Oh, from Once.
From Once, yeah.
Listener says 50 First Dates, another Adam Sandler movie for his choice.
Ooh, all right.
And Crodius has a bunch here. Sleepless in Seattle, Joe versus the Volcano, You Got Mail, Hanks and Ryan were the best together. Later
I was
on,
going to say, it's just Hanks and Ryan movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And then Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler is another favorite pairing of his.
Oh, You Got Mail is great. Yeah, You've Got Mail. A better version of Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, you think so? I actually think it's a poorer version, but
I think it's better. I don't know why. I think because in Sleepless in Seattle, I feel like in Sleepless in Seattle, like, yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it made more sense for them to fall in love in You've Got Mail than it did in Sleepless in Seattle for some reason. But anyway,
okay,
yeah.
What's this topic? Oh, Greg, how come on? What'd you have to go to the bathroom or something? It's your favorite romance or romantic comedy?
Oh,
Lady
Greg.
and the Tramp, because I'm a furry.
Well, hey, man. Hey.
That's cool.
Hey, it's all good, man.
I know he's really not. But yeah,
anthropomorphic people, man.
High Spirits.
Ooh, High Spirits. I'll look this up.
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
I love when you guys talk about movies that I'm like, that's a thing.
Somewhere in Time, Matt says, is the GOAT of romance films, greatest of all time, huh? He also likes High Spirits.
So when a hotelier attempts to fill the chronic vacancies at his castle by launching an advertising campaign that falsely portrays the property as haunted, 2 actual ghosts show up and end up falling for 2 guests. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun movie. That sounds fun. Okay, I like that a lot.
That does. All right, thanks, Kathy. Good recommendation. Somewhere in Time, by the way, is Christopher Reeve from 1980, isn't it?
Wow. That's I'm gonna have. These are movies I'm gonna have to watch because that sounds great.
It says romance, science fiction, fantasy rolled into one, based on Richard Matheson's novel.
Oh, all right. So I got High Spirits and Somewhere in Time to add to my must-watch list. I like it.
Cool.
Yeah, right. Steve Guttenberg is in High Spirits. I'm like, oh man. I'm waiting for Police Academy to show up.
Serendipity anyway. With my favorite Kate Beckinsale, and also John Cusack is in it. I know the guy who plays the landlord in the movie. His name is Mike Benitez, probably. Cool. Matchmaker Santa, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Hallmark Christmas movie. Oh, I love Jennifer Love Hewitt.
So I bet you there's a bunch of Hallmark / maybe not Lifetime, but like those Hallmark type romance movies that are probably really good. We just don't know about it because you don't watch the Hallmark channel.
I've seen a couple, like not a ton, but I've seen a couple. I mean, yeah, some of them are good. Some of them, are kind of like, I don't know, formulaic. I mean, they're all kind of follow us.
Well, they're all yeah.
But those some are actually quite enjoyable.
And it's a deal, Matt. We'll get you on. We'll get you on for summer if we do. We'll do an episode near the next Valentine's Day where we just review
Romance movies.
romantic movies. Yeah,
Of course, When Harry Met Sally.
sure.
That actually, when I finally watched that, I don't know, it didn't live up to the hype for me, but I know it's a much.
I've
beloved-
never seen it, so I have no idea.
I guess we could even call Princess Bride sort of a romance.
Sure.
Romance fantasy kind of.
Yeah,
Adventure.
I guess
I
so.
call it more of an adventure fantasy, but
What was the one with Hugh Jackman as a guy from like the 1800s who comes to the future and
wait, Hugh Jackman was from the 1800s?
yeah, like it's a weird time. Yeah, so he's like a noble who ends up going to the future.
Like our present?
Yeah, our present. And he falls in love with oh my God, what is it? Leopold Kate and Leopold. Kate and Leopold. I think that's the name of it. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
I like
You
that movie.
That?
Yeah, that one's
Romancing
a good one.
the Stone. Yeah, I like Romancing the Stone. And Jewel of the Nile, actually, too, I think, which is the sequel.
Oh, that's a Meg Ryan movie, the Kate and Leopold one. Oh, there you go.
IQ is also a lot. Yes, a lot of Meg Ryan movies. Absolutely, she was kind of like the romantic girl for a time.
Her and Drew Barrymore were like, yeah, the romance duos.
Replacement. Oh, The Replacements. I love that movie.
Is that
I can see. I mean, sort of. It's a sports movie, but I can see where he's going. There's a romantic element to that.
Well, then Jerry Maguire, right?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That's a good one.
Oh,
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Wait, am I thinking of that one? Is that the one with Ledger and Julia Stiles?
No, no. How to Lose a Guy?
10 Things I Hate About You.
10 Things I Hate About You. Yeah, which is.
But there you go. That's the one I meant. But that's also a good one.
Taming of the Shrew. Yeah.
That's based on Taming the Shrew. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That one is Kate.
Oh, Kane Leopold. We figured it out, right?
Yeah, Kate Leopold. Yeah.
Well, Jerry Maguire. Yeah, I would say that is a romance.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire is a romance. I think so.
I mean, yes, it's about sports agent stuff, but really, it's romance.
So I looked up at romantic comedies. The Lost City is considered a romantic comedy.
Yeah, you mean the one that just came out with Bullock and Tatum?
Tatum, yeah.
That
I wouldn't call. I
I
don't.
thought that was pretty good, but I was disappointed overall with that. I thought it was gonna be a lot better.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how much because usually they don't. Did they? Like, well, because I mean, did they end up together at the end? I don't remember. Which is a bad sign for a romantic comedy if you don't remember if they got together at the end, because it's mostly an action movie, right? It's mostly like them running through the jungle trying to survive against.
Yeah, trying to survive with Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's actually fun to see him in that kind of a role. In that.
Yeah, no, he's yeah. No, I like him that way. Yeah.
Twilight, because I'm an undeadophile.
I love the undead.
Pixar Cars is kind of a romantic comedy.
Yes, that's true, because Lightning McQueen does fall in love with the Porsche.
Croy's also likes 10 Things I Hate About You. Cool.
Yeah.
Would Cocoon be romantic sci-fi?
I don't know. I've never seen Cocoon.
And there's definitely big romance in there, I think. The new Invisible Man movies are romantic. Wait.
No.
Oh,
you're funny, Mark.
Oh wait, is that like the other Invisible Man?
It's a horror movie. The new A24 Invisible Man.
I'm thinking of the Kevin Bacon one, Hollow Man, which was terrible.
Well, that's a terrible movie too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. The Invisible Man is a good movie, but I don't think it's a romantic comedy or a romantic movie at all.
Oh, we got Yes Man. That's Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah, and my probably one. If I were to say one of my favorite actresses, it's Zooey Deschanel, isn't it, as the main love interest? I love her. She's adorable. I can't believe she's doing commercials. Like, it's so weird to see like certain actors do commercials, and it's so weird to see her.
There's some really big actors doing commercials.
Yeah, I noticed that
Samuel
recently.
Jackson,
well, he's always done commercials, though. I feel like
Garner.
Oh, that's weird.
Rob Lowe.
That's not
Jennifer Garner does the same company as Samuel Jackson, Capital One, actually.
Oh, really?
And she does some like makeup or skin stuff too.
Like, it weirded me out when George Clooney did Nespresso, and I'm like, oh,
yes,
that's
and that was
weird.
with Danny DeVito, I think, right?
No, well, Danny DeVito.
Oh, I think they were both in it together.
Were they
Pretty
really? I
sure.
didn't know
Yeah.
that. Well, that's funny.
Well, he may have done other stuff too. Yeah. I'm also trying to just
It's like seeing. I'm sure Tom Hanks has done commercials, but like that would weird me out if I saw Tom Hanks doing a commercial, especially nowadays.
So they have Juno listed here.
Oh yeah, Juno's
I
a
guess
yeah,
that's
sort
kind of
of.
romantic. Coming of age, I guess romantic, sure. I think that was a really good movie, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
What do we got here? All the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies because they do love their pizzas. Nice.
that's hard to argue.
Yes.
Hi,
Everybody in New York
Jalou.
loves their pizza in the opening scene of number 2.
Welcome, Jalou. Yes, Sleepless in Seattle. Yeah, that was
Yes.
one. Yeah, that was definitely one that we've definitely put into our categories. Probably top of the list of romantic comedies. I think that people really enjoy.
I've done commercials. You got to pay. Got to pay those bills.
Wait,
Oh
have
yeah,
you
wait.
really?
Was that the one where they wanted you to be naked, Marks?
Wait. Is this all real? Did he really do a commercial? And
I think the naked thing was actually when he was working on Michael Rosenbaum's film, and he as a stunt, he was going to do a stunt thing, which he didn't do. I actually didn't know he did commercials. Tell us more if you did, Marks.
that's
Might be
amazing,
new
Marks.
information.
That's awesome. Oh man.
Enchanted, that was on a list. Enchanted, I think, is a really good romance.
Yeah. No, that's a good. Yeah, that's a
I
good
couldn't
one.
get through Enchanted 2, which came out recently. I only got through like halfway. It just
Oh,
wasn't-
Disenchanted.
Oh, is it called Disenchanted?
I thought it was.
It might be.
Oh, you know what they have here as fantasy rom com? Princess Bride.
Yeah. By the
Yeah.
way, I just found my number one answer now. I think
What
Shakespeare
is?
in Love. Shakespeare in Love
That's
is probably my
really
favorite romantic movie.
that's so funny to me because did I mention it recently? Somebody mentioned because that's with Paltrow, which is like I think one of the first films I've seen her in. Um,
I adored that movie when it came
so
out,
few
and I still do.
people. Yeah. Oh wow.
It's a great movie. 'Cause I love Shakespeare. It was so well done. It's funny too.
And you see her boobies.
That's what Francis took away from it, folks.
That's all I got from that movie.
I got to see
Well,
her
because
breast.
you know that was really surprising, but also it's like oh I get it because they were all men at the time. They're supposed to all the actors were supposed to be men, and she
Yes.
was trying to play as a guy. Okay.
Well, she wound up playing. Oh, yes, that's true. When she wound up playing Juliet, then.
Yeah.
Right. He did a commercial for glasses many years ago. Oh, well, that's nice. He's got the glasses. That's very good. I like it.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's really
Yeah.
cool.
And yes, that movie tried to get me naked. They weren't even going to pay much.
Yeah. You got to up the ante if you're gonna get naked on
Yeah,
a movie.
exactly.
Yeah.
The Muppets movie would be considered a romantic movie.
Well,
Because
yeah,
of Miss
Kermit
Piggy
and
and
Miss Piggy,
Kermit.
sure.
Henry Cavill and his gaming PC.
Poor
That's funny.
Henry.
Hey, I love that he loves his gaming though. That's great.
He loves and his Warhammer. Those are the two things he loves: gaming PC and
I think
Warhammer.
a lot of ladies would like to see his Warhammer and guys too.
That is gonna be like, yeah, that's oh man, that's the holy grail of male nude scenes is gonna be Henry Cavill, I'm sure.
Well, wait, do we see him naked in The Witcher? We must, right?
Not naked. You probably see his
You
butt.
see his butt. You see his butt, right? Yeah.
No, they only let only the women get like fully naked. It's not Game of
Well,
Thrones where they actually show.
Well,
like,
wait, there was a one orgy scene where both men and women are. Well, we probably don't see dicks necessarily. Maybe I'm not sure, but I don't know. The women are fully naked either.
yeah,
You don't think you see vaginas in Witcher?
You do.
For the main.
well they have
actresses?
merkins on, but you know
What's a merkin?
that's the
Oh,
the toupee, the pubic toupee.
wait. Well,
So in order, so in order,
you
to,
put it on over their vagina.
yeah,
right?
so to do modesty and then also because you know,
But you're saying it looks like it has hair on it, so it looks like the vagina's hair
yeah, it's pubic hair, like it's a pubic,
instead of showing their
Toupee.
real hair. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, because most modern women are not going to be that unruly, I guess. So they put a merkin on, and also it's a modesty
You
thing
mean they're
too.
not going to be that unruly downstairs?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they like the
Maybe.
free.
Maybe somebody is. Yeah, I mean, there's some
I mean, 'cause I
probably
don't-
people.
And this is, oh boy, what a topic.
We don't have to talk
I want
about
to
it.
know, no, it's just funny. Listen, I write erotica, man. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I want to know, how many women? Because obviously in every porn, at least the ones I see, every woman is completely shaved.
Right.
I want to know though, like I don't feel like in real life that's actually what women do. Like they fully
No.
shave
No.
down there.
No.
So,
I'm certain.
but
That
you're saying that you think they okay, somebody just tell us? Some Tammy.
you don't have to.
Tammy may be the only woman in the chat right now. Sorry, Tammy, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But like, tell us about the grooming downstairs.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's a trend, right? Like people have the there's
Landing
trends to this stuff. So I'm certain in the 70s that was the thing. Like, but then
You're like how it just like pops out, it sprouts.
it's like popcorn, just.
Oh, there you go. He just said the same
Yeah.
thing. It was Young Doctors in Love for I guess a romantic comedy.
Oh,
Well, you should, but really, I don't remember that much. Wow, I have to watch The Witcher again. I feel like there was actually kind of less nudity than I thought there was going to be in The Witcher.
there was. I mean, the only person who got naked a lot was Yennefer. Yennefer got naked a lot. Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah,
Which is
there's
very
nothing
beautiful.
wrong with that. But I'm just saying, like, I think of all the characters, she was the one that, like, yeah, you, Nikki.
Yeah. Maybe because the game has so much nudity, I was expecting more probably,
That's true. There's a lot of nudity in the game.
And there's plenty of sex in the books too.
Yeah.
It's a toupee. The hell toupee? What? Are you saying you like your women shaved there, Chad?
No, you mean there will be hell to pay? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, what is that? Well, maybe he was actually.
Yeah. Young Frankenstein would
Kathy,
work.
Sorry, Kathy's here too, but you don't have to answer that either. Young
That would
Frankenstein.
work,
Getting back
actually.
on topic.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's definitely a comedy, and I guess there is a romance, right? Like Gene Wilder is trying to get with the one lady, like trying to romance her in the movie. So I guess that would work.
All right.
You know what's funny is I don't feel like there's a lot of romantic movies in general. Like that's why you love that one movie, because there isn't a lot of romantic movies in general, right?
Well, I feel like back in the day there were, like when I was growing
Way
up,
more.
80s and 90s, I feel there were a good amount.
Yeah.
Nowadays, absolutely not. This is why I'm bummed that the movie like made virtually nothing. I mean, it cost very little, but it still hasn't made what it cost. Because I feel like we need I don't know, like, and I looked at the box office. It's like the only thing that are making money are Guardians and Evil Dead.
Okay, well,
So,
Guardians
like,
makes sense.
Yes, but basically, people only want to, I guess, see Marvel movies and horror movies, and I'm like, that's not good. It's fine to see those movies, but like, dude, we need more variety. We need these other genres. We need people to go see these, man. Like, because I don't just want fucking Marvel movies. I know that's weird to say, but I've been saying this for a long time, actually.
Yeah.
Like, we can't just have superhero movies.
You know what's funny is I honestly am in shock that Marvel movies still do well.
That well.
Like
A lot of people thought they wouldn't last this long. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly thought after Endgame, because it's a great kind of capping point to the whole kind of, that type of movie. Like, you don't have it, you don't need to have it out every year. And they're still doing 2 or 3 every year. It's like, wow.
Yeah. I'd be fine with giving some Westerns to come back. Absolutely.
Yeah. When was the last good Western? Right? Like, I can't think of him.
There's been something after Django, I'm sure, but Django Unchained, but.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was the remake of,
Oh
God, the one where Chris Pratt was in it. What movie was that? And Denzel Washington was like the main guy.
Oh, Hateful Eight?
No,
but that was a Western.
Well, Hateful Eight is because Hateful Eight is the comedy one.
But that is a Western still.
Oh no, not the comedy. That's the Tarantino one. Hateful Eight is the Tarantino one. Yeah. But Adam Sandler did one called like the Silly Six or something. I don't remember. Like it was stupid.
Johnny John Paul, thanks for being here. He says Silverado as a Western, I guess, right?
Silverado's a good Western, yeah.
We need Western slapstick 80s action movies back. I'm with you with all that, Greg. Oh, Jalou, you know what? Now I remember that you had posted that and I completely missed it. I'm sorry. Post it again if you still have it. Because I'm not sure exactly where it was. Let's see here. It was supposed to be in play on words, by the way. I think to hell.
It is a good play on words.
Got to mix those genres. Mark says horror meets romance. Love scare. Oh, I like that love scare.
Well, what's that? Warm Bodies is a love scare movie.
Yeah. Hey, Rena's here. Hey,
Hi,
Rena.
Rena.
So nice to see you here. High Noon is the best Western, she says.
What? It's a hotel chain. What? No, sorry.
Oh God, you're the worst with these jokes. I was like, High Noon is a hotel chain. All right. Unforgiven. Well, that was Clint Eastwood's in the '90s. Western.
Mm-hmm.
What's? Oh, Jinx. Did we say the same thing? Oh, okay. This is my favorite Western, Tombstone. I love that movie so much.
It's the most modern wow.
Oh, Delicious Mate says it as well. Yeah. Oh wow! Look at this. Look at all the love for Tombstone. Yeah, I like it. Here's that 50 Ways to Die in the West is supposed to be a great movie. It's got a cameo of Doc Brown in it too. Christopher Lloyd. Okay, cool.
I wouldn't say great movie, but it is funny. I do actually like 50 Ways to Die.
Wait, is that that's a stupid fucking.
That's the
what's his face?
Chris the McFarlane. Chris right? No, what's his name?
Sean. No.
Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, the Seth MacFarlane. Oh, thanks, Greg. Look
at you. Thank you so much. He did a super chat. Don't tell my wife about my romance movies.
I like that you say that out loud while she's here.
She's in the chat. She can scroll up and see them. Does she? Oh, come on, Rena. You don't like romance, or you just don't want it? It's a secret, Greg. But thank you, Greg, so much. We appreciate it. Be cool like Greg, folks, and do a super chat if you can, or support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/supergeekedup, which is a great segue to thank our Patreons.
Yes.
So let's do that right now.
We'll talk more Westerns afterwards. How about that?
Well, hey there, partner. Let's do this in a whole Western type way.
All right.
So, hey, y'all, we want to give super geeky thanks to Craig Allen Poole. You know, he lives in Wales, and when you think of Westerns, they all take place in Wales, in the bogs.
Rachel J, you're the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Wildest ride? Wow. All right.
Which is what they say for the train. What's it? Whatever the train. Whatever the one at Disneyland.
The Big Thunder Railroad.
Big Thunder Railroad. He's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey there, Tammy Anderson. You're my fine filly. You can you'll help us rob the train, the 6 o'clock train to El Dorado. That's not make sense at all. Isn't El Dorado like the fictional city?
El Dorado is the fictional city of gold, and I think the fountain of youth.
Well, okay. Well, we'll take a train there, and that's how we'll find it. Right.
Johnny Poppers, you're the vermin that shot my paw. Luckily, I got another hand. Paws in hand. Never mind.
Your paws a hand?
Shot my paw.
Like your
because the original. Yeah.
The original what?
There's a joke about a dog getting shot, and he's like, "Oh, you shot my paw," and it's really his hand.
All right, and hey, out there, field. You got just acres and acres of fields that need planting. So I don't know. That's all I got.
And Jalou will be seeing you down at the saloon, drinking some juice. I'm trying to think of words that rhyme with you. You're the best, Jalou. I tip my hat to you.
Yeah. Fine filly is yes. Well, Tammy actually has horses, I believe, or
fine
at least
filly.
they like to ride, and her daughters do. So that's kind of why I thought of that.
Yeehaw!
You're the wang that makes me twang.
You're the wang that makes me twang.
Oh boy,
that's you, Greg. You're the wang that makes me twang.
Oh, I need to watch that. The Road to El Dorado. That is a movie. That's an animated movie.
Road to El Dorado. Yes, it is.
See what you see, Rena. You should watch more often. See what you're missing. Anyway, thank you to all those super shout out patrons. We appreciate it very much.
I didn't see
what? I'm going to get there in a minute. But patreon.com/supergeekedup is where you can go. I don't even know what he's laughing at yet. But we appreciate any support you can give us, or do a super chat like Greg did. Orange juice is what you thought you said.
I don't know.
Oh, instead of like Jalou, orange.
Yeah, orange
Jalou.
Juice,
did you say orange?
Yeah. Well, I said juice, and then
orange juice.
I didn't say orange, but yeah, orange Jews.
No
Yeah.
matter what color the Jews are, we welcome them onto our
Well,
show.
on the show. Welcome.
Rena, you're hysterical. He's got a hat on. Nice, got the Western hat.
Howdy.
All right, here. Let's go to our last game. Super Loveline. Why don't you know what? Why don't you explain this? Because I really got to take a fucking piss. I'm just going to.
Oh, geez.
Right now.
All right.
Let's tell them this. Entertain the chat. Sorry, I'll be right back.
All right. Wow. Well, look, some of us can drink our beverages and not have to pee, I guess. We're going to play Super Loveline. This is where you get to pick our characters who will play in a show that used to air in like the late 90s, early 2000s called Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. Now it doesn't exist. But we need your help in picking characters that we will play to answer your love questions. You're going to actually pick characters and love questions. Now, well, look. If we don't find people to be as their characters, now hopefully you guys will like. I would like you guys to surprise Jeff with Western characters. He needs to be like the Doc. Is it Doc Holliday? I've never seen Tombstone. Don't tell Jeff I never seen Tombstone. I don't know the movie. That's like his favorite Western. So pick characters in which we can play. We can, the sillier the better, and then we will answer your questions about love and relationships in the vein of that character. So, but now that I've explained the game and he's still in the bathroom, I get to now be I now get to host with Jeff's Chair. Hey, Jeff's Chair. I love the background you've decided to choose with all those action figures and stuff just sitting there staring at us, kind of scary. And now Greg, is Peta Parker parka like a thing you have to wear, and we have to pet it as well? I mean, what? Hey, I never got to say this. I was actually going to say there, Necrodius, that Back to the Future 3 is the best Western. You're right. That is the best Western.
Oh, that's actually a good choice. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
That is really good. Peter Parker. All right.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant, Greg. I was being facetious.
He's being Francis. Are we doing these the characters we're playing?
Yeah.
Putting in the chat?
Yeah.
Yes, Jeff's Chair is the true host. You're a co-host. You're right. Oh, Zorro. I love Zorro, Rena. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Puss in Boots. Oh, Peter Parker's a character. Okay. But we got to do it like that if we do that. Marty McFly. The Graboids from Tremors. Oh, the worms. Okay.
Yeah, the worms.
Is that your Graboid?
That's my Graboid.
Lightning McQueen.
See, Greg stole my joke. Greg was kind enough to steal my joke.
Oh, yes. Greg. Oh, I thought he was just redoing it. Did he miss it before, you think?
I don't know. I hope he's redoing it, but yeah.
All right, everybody's using it now. Doc Brown is another choice. Who is Walford and Statler?
That's the guys who are in the Muppets who goes, I hate that movie. You hate it too.
All right. Let's see here. I think I want to be Marty McFly. Who do you want to be?
Oh, you better be. I hope you can do the. Sorry, Doc. You can make the voice crack every once in a while.
That one was really. I know it's gonna be. I don't know if I can do impersonation. I'm gonna.
He has to crack. You have to have the voice crack.
Doc. Hey, Doc.
Hey, Doc.
Doc.
Doc. Marty.
You're George McFly. Hey, who are you gonna be?
It's about your kids, Marty. They're assholes.
Are you gonna be Doc Brown? Or
no, I'm not gonna be. No, that's too. That's too. That's too on the nose.
You're gonna be Peter Parker.
I'll be Puss in Boots.
Michael Burnham. Puss in Boots.
I'll be Puss in Boots. I also play Zorro, but I'll be Puss in Boots.
Okay, good. Yes. And Puss in Boots has a sword, right?
He does have a sword.
So he's kind of like Zorro, actually. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I think. Oh, did Rena suggest that one?
That was hers.
All right. Good. Let's see here. All right. Okay. So now we need some. All right. So we're on a super love line. We're gonna give advice as Marty McFly and Puss in Boots. And you got me say it that way now. All right.
Oh,
take.
that was
Good.
great. I love it. Oh man.
They do both have rapiers, right? The sword, that is. Not like the rapist, the therapist that Sean Connery thinks is the rapist. Not real Sean Connery, Jeopardy, Saturday Night Live Sean Connery.
Anal bum cover.
What is it? Anal bum cover?
An album cover was the category, but he called it anal bum cover.
All right. Anyway, we need questions from you folks, dating, romance type questions that you might ask, hosts like this, like Loveline back in the day on MTV with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. But with Marty McFly and Puss in Boots.
Yes.
So, okay, a lot of laughing going on, Rena. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Good. Yes.
All right, folks. What are your questions? Since you did, I'm just going to do this from now on for Marty McFly.
Doc. You hear me, Doc.
I gotta go help Doc soon. We need some questions. And I gotta go practice for the big Battle of the Bands audition.
Yes, let's talk about love. I want to talk about love and poking people with swords. That is
Did you
my
say
thing.
poking?
Yes.
I sure like to poke Jennifer. I hope I get to do that soon. Oh, we got our first question, Puss.
What is it?
If you could date any animal, which would it be? Wait, what? Who is anybody screening these questions?
Apparently not. We need to answer that question, though. What animal? Of course, I would love to make love to another cat. Being a puss in boots, I would like to knock those boots with another puss, if you get what I mean.
Oh, knocking boots. That's a good 80s term. I like it.
I know.
Not
I don't
from
think
the
any.
80s.
I would love to ask a Gen Zer if they know what knocking boots is.
I think they would just think it's like knocking dirt off your boots.
And I would tell them that the girl is fine.
Oh, she's all that in a bag of chips?
All that in the bag of chips.
All right, anyway. Well, I wouldn't date an actual animal because that's bestiality. Gross. But I think our caller mentioned he was a furry. So if he dressed up as like a penguin or something cute like a panda, I'd be into that.
I think they answered that question. What other let's see what the next question is here. Let's see. The question is, my partner is a picky eater with the palate of a 6-year-old. This sounds real. How do I deal with that?
I wonder, this somehow seems related to the previous caller.
I know. Yes. It sounds very relatable.
Well, I think you send them back in time to the 50s where you had to eat basically just what was given on your plate by your parents. You had to clean your plate. You didn't have any choice. You weren't going to leave the table. Why am I talking like a Western now? Oh, that's right. Because I'm going through the different movies. Yeah, partner. I'm in Back to Future 3 now mode.
But he was Irish, though. Let's hear your Irish accent. Let's see your Irish McFly accent.
Yes, I am Angus McFly. I'm Irish, and we like to grill the potatoes.
Yes.
His name Angus? I don't even know what the fuck his first name is.
Seamus McFly.
Seamus. Angus is my brother. Seamus McFly.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Eastwood. Why'd you go picking those fights?
If you were, but to ensure that your date eats a proper meal, you tell them to stick the pointy fork into the meat, and then you point the meat into the mouth, and then you chew. You chew like you are chewing the scenery with Catherine Zeta-Jones. That's what you do. You chew the scenery.
I bet you like to chew something else on her, huh?
Yes, her dress. I like to gnaw on it because I'm a cat.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Well, anyway, wow, I'm in the future now, which is the same as when I'm in the present. All right.
It is 2015, which is the future for
Well,
you.
actually, I'm kind of in the past, I guess. Future for me, though.
Yes.
But yeah, send them to the old west, because then you just eat you didn't really have much choice what you can eat. You're lucky if you can eat anything. All right. Anyway, what's the next question here? Is this? I don't even know why I want to read this one. Let's see what I didn't read it before I put it up. I'm a cow disguised as a cowboy who loves a farmer in Oklahoma. But for some reason we can't be friends. The farmer is a single woman. How do I seduce her without revealing my true nature? What is with all these animals?
That is a good question, because I too know what it's like. I knew a cat who was in love with a woman, and he dressed up like a cop. His name was oh God, actually, I forgot the name of the cartoon. It was a Disney cartoon. I forgot the name of the guy, but he was
What? It was a
Bonkers.
cartoon
Yes,
about
Bonkers. Yes, Bonkers. The cat
Ah,
was in love with her. His partner was a female woman, cat, police officer. You just seduce them with milk. You tell your friend who's a farmer, like, hey, good looking, I have milk. Would you like to suckle from my teat?
oh, I thought you were gonna say, "Hey, good looking, what you got cooking?" And then she'd say, "You're a cow.
That's
I'm
right.
cooking you."
Medium rare.
But I would say, you know what? Well, I agree with the milk, because when I went back in time, my father, George McFly, he liked to drink chocolate milk when he went to the malt shop. That's what he ordered. And so get some chocolate milk, drink it, it'll give you courage, and then invite her to the under the sea dance. That's how you fall in love.
I cannot survive under the sea, but I will trust you on this one.
Well, don't worry, the Little Mermaid remake's coming out soon, so just watch
good.
that. You'll be fine.
All right.
Let's see here. What other questions do we have? Would working a jigsaw puzzle together be a good idea for a date?
Well, my paws will not be able to hold the pieces, so no, not for me. Instead, I will stab the piece with my sword, and I'll poke it into something else.
Wait, wasn't this the name of a horror villain? That sounds like a terrible date. He's probably going to kill us.
Jigsaw, yes. He asked me once if I like to play a game. And then it was a jigsaw puzzle. And I'm like, that's no game. That's not a game.
That's not a game at all. You're right. This guy's kind of an idiot.
Yeah, he was dumb. I didn't like him.
All right, we're trying to get through these some faster now. Let's see here. Would you ever take a date to the Piston Cup race? Is that like NASCAR?
Oh, God. Only if I was Lightning McQueen and we're all
cars.
anthropomorphic cars. Then I would take her to the Piston Cup.
Well, you could ask her if she'd like to work your pistons.
Or if you have to urinate and you need a cup, you can Piston Cup.
Piston this cup. That's what I just needed a few minutes ago. Then I wouldn't have had to leave.
If only.
You're dating a Gen Z. If you're dating Gen Z, what should I do? Wait, this again seems very, very personal if you are.
Well, no
I
cap.
think the same couple keeps calling.
No cap. I would probably tell her how wonderful she is by buying her. I don't know.
See, neither of us we don't know much about Gen Zers apparently, because I'm from the 80s and Puss is a cat. But you could show her all your favorite 80s and 90s flicks. And
yes. I would show off
her.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Go on. Yeah. Introduce her to what?
Introduce her to how like good phrases like knocking boots, like Puss said, and how fly she is.
Yes, I like this.
And then,
Would you take her to the mall?
Oh, great idea. Take her to the mall. Yes.
Because every 90s and 80s romantic comedy happens in the mall.
Right. And show her what it's like to get off your phone for a few seconds.
What? I do not. What is this phone? I have no phone. What is this phone?
Oh, that's good. Never mind. Okay, let's see here. Mamma mia, I am a Peter Parker. There you go. I see. I almost had the Spider-Man role, but then I went to Tobey Maguire. Even though I think I looked younger than Toby at the time, but
I think you did as well. Yes.
oh wait, oh good. I think this might be his Gen Z mate. She loves malls, so we gave good advice.
Oh, good. Yes. As long as they're not Darth, malls are great.
Oh God. All right, here's I guess our last question. Still on the Gen Z. How would you use the Gen Z lingo?
Oh well.
Oh well, I would say things like, "Yeah, I'm like low key into this girl," and that's kind of mid, you know.
Yes.
And
yes, of course. Yes, you want to show off your drip by wearing something nice.
your drip.
Yes, because you only have drip if you dress nicely. You have to show your drip. That's when you are dressed really well.
Hey, are you looking up a page of lingo right now?
Well, no, drip is something from I can't explain it because then I'd have to be out of character to talk about this thing that I watched, and and they had an award for best drip, and it was this Japanese YouTuber who had the best drip, but he didn't really because he dressed badly. Anyway, it's a joke. Anyway, but drip is supposed to be dressed well. Yes, no cap.
All right. Oh wait, is this Gen Z? They use OnlyFans? Is that what she's saying?
OnlyFans. Oh, I only had fans.
Oh, you have lots of fans, Puss. Your movie was very. Actually, one of our callers, I think, thinks your movie was the greatest one last year. Your third movie or second movie. How many have you done?
I've actually done 5, but my standalone movies, there's only been 2.
Oh, okay. No cap. He a cap. Oh, is that some more lingo?
Yes, no cap. Yes.
What's that?
Bougie. No cap is like for real, like it's like I'm not joking, no joke. It's a real thing.
All right.
No cap.
Wow, we're learning a lot about Gen Zers on this one.
Yes, we are not dank. Yes, we are very cool.
We're not dank. I thought dank.
Dank.
Ah, yeah. Oh, dank. That's like moldy and smelly. We don't want to be dank.
I'm glad cool made it as a slang that's universal forever and ever.
I'm telling you, cools, they'll never die.
Cool will never die. I like it.
Even though I think someone who looks a lot like you was saying last week that it would never survive into the 24th century.
No, I don't think so. By the 24th century, it'll be hot. The hot will be the new word instead of cool. It'll be hot.
Oh my! Down with that Ice Spice. What is? I like this one though. Do you know what that means?
I have no idea. She be bussin'.
Bussin'?
I just know that's a word. I don't know what it means, but I know that's a word.
This girl will be tripping.
That's still 90s again.
I know. I'm just going back to 90s, 80s, and 90s. That's my time. All right, let's get down with the Ice Spice and wrap up the show.
Let's get jiggy with it, shall we?
Nah. I actually almost had the role of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air too.
Uncle Phil.
Yes. Uncle Phil, why can't I take the DeLorean?
Yes, I think yes, I remember the theme song. It went na 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 na. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, in West Philadelphia, born and raised
with our love.
All right, but they didn't believe I was born in West Philadelphia. I didn't get the role.
No.
What this guy named Will Smith, who I think actually, I think he should star in. I think I heard some of these pitches for movies earlier. I think he should star in the Face Slap movie.
The Face Slap movie he would be very good at the Face Slap movie.
Yes. All right. Anyway, I guess that's our show. That was Super Loveline. Thanks for being here, Puss.
My pleasure, Marty McFly, Seamus McFly, and the other McFly kids.
Yes, that's right. I played all the McFlys. All right. Anyway, see you later. And I think we're good to. We need a tagline for this show.
I don't know. Don't look at me.
Oh, get down with that Ice Spice.
Word to your mother.
With your mother. Okay, wait, Rita, what does down with the Ice Spice mean?
What does down with the Ice Spice mean? I don't know what that is.
I hope it's a good thing. So wait, Cat. What does cat mean again? For real?
Yeah,
No
like no
means for
cap.
real?
Yeah, like
What does
a
just
cap.
cat mean then? Real?
That's that you're lying. If no cap means you're
Oh,
telling the truth, capping
cat
means
means
you're
you're
lying.
lying.
Yeah.
Oh, where does this stuff come from? Wait, Rena, you're Gen Z. I didn't realize this. Greg, are you robbing from the cradle? Greg, what's happening here?
Yeah, she's like, she just turned 20.
Wait, that's not true, is it?
I don't know. Well,
Ice
judging that
Spice
Gre-
is a Gen
especially
Z
since-
rapper.
Especially since Greg just turned 40 recently.
Wait, that's not true, is it?
His birthday was like last
Well,
week.
his birthday was last week, but he didn't turn 40.
He's like, yeah, I think he just
He's in
turned
his
40.
30s. 40, Ray, did you really turn 40? Congrats! You're in our club now if you did.
I thought that was the case.
And if Rena's... Greg, tell me, how do I get...
40,
a nice
yeah.
Gen Z girl like Rena?
Yeah. Yeah, he's 40. Yeah, okay.
A female rapper who's used on TikTok. Oh, Ice Spices.
Oh.
But what does down with that Ice Spice mean? Like, you're down with her or you're just down with cool rappers?
Who's Gary?
That's... Sorry. It's hysterical. On Risky Rishi Business, which is tomorrow, folks, on the Art of the Roll channel. One time Mark's called Hey Gary. And it's become a thing where he always calls him Gary now.
Really caught me off guard, Gary. Oh my god.
Oh,
that's
God.
hilarious.
All right. Well, Greg, good. I'm glad. Now I feel not as bad. Like Greg's also 40.
Okay.
I still don't know how old Rena is. So
20,
Rena must
she
be in her 20s, though.
She's got to be in her
Somewhere
20s if she's a millennial.
Yes.
If she's a Gen Zer. She has to be either early 20s, late 20s, early 30s is now Gen Z, which scares me. So I don't know what the new generation is.
So wait, because there's a Gen Alpha now, right?
Yeah, I think Gen Alpha is like whoever's under 18 now is like the new Gen Alpha.
Holy fuck, what's happening?
Yeah.
Gen C's still the best, man, because I think it sounds the coolest.
Wait, which one
Not
is?
Gen Z, Gen X.
Gen X. Yeah, Gen X. I'm Gen X.
Gen X. Gen
Yeah.
X. Sorry, that's what I meant. I'm getting.
Oh, 35. Oh, that's not bad. You
What?
still.
Oh, you're not.
You're millennial.
Gen Z. You're Gen Y, millennial.
Yeah, you're a millennial. Yeah.
All right.
With Greg. Greg is also a
I
millennial.
bet you look like you're 25 though.
I was a year off from a millennial. I was
Damn,
close.
Gen Alpha, she says.
Yeah, Gen Alpha, man. Gen
Oh,
Alpha.
you're the youngest Gen Xers.
Yeah, they're the young. Well, no, the
Centauri.
youngest Gen Xer. So Gen X ended
You
in
said
like
you're a year off.
1981 is the start of millennial. Weirdly enough.
X-Men. Oh, yes, that's right. The Gen X. We are the X-Men.
Yeah.
We have mutant powers.
That's right, Gary.
But before us, it wasn't Gen anything. It was the baby
greatest.
boomers.
They were the greatest generation.
Before that.
Yeah.
But so we started the whole Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z thing.
Oh, there's baby boomers. Then there's
Yeah,
Gen X.
Yeah, but I'm
Then
saying
there's
the
Oh,
Gen
I see.
letter.
With
The Gen
yeah.
letter started with us. The Gen and then a letter.
Yeah.
Let's see. AKA Alpha Gen AI. That's true, actually.
No joke. No cap.
Yeah. The Alpha's down with the Ice Spice.
No. Oh, totally.
Okay. Oh, not vital. Oh, okay. Wait, I was checking earlier. Yes, I saw. Well, you sent me Gumball Rally. Thank you for that. I think. For
Oh,
you
yeah,
too. So
thank
good.
you
Now
for
I can
that.
check it out later. 1976. That movie was all right. That still seems like the era of the that in the 80s seems like the era of the cross country race movies.
It is, and it has Raul Julia in it. Oh, now I have to watch it because it has Raul Julia in it.
Wait, you mean M Bison?
And no,
Well,
that was
really played by
that was
Bashir.
that was yeah, that was played by Bashir. Yeah.
So Jalou was at a work meeting earlier today, and the boss used the early 90s term, psych. The Gen Z kids were lost at that statement. That's
oh my
great.
God, sight. You know what? No.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that in a while.
I want somebody to do this. Okay, everyone listening, I want you to do this at least once in the next week before next Super Geeked Up. But I want you to go to somebody and be like, "Did you know something? Not."
Yes.
I want you to bring back not. Please bring back not. I want you to confuse every generation
Yeah.
with not.
It's like Oh man, I love the Fast and the Furious movie so much. Not.
Not. And you have to do it in that really obnoxious way too. You can't just say, not. You have to really get into it.
Yes, Bashir's in everything, Greg. Don't worry. By the way, Rena says Gen X is the best gen. To be honest, oh, Rena, look. Oh, Rena's the best. She knows a good generation. Psych is also a TV show.
It is.
By the way, I'm so glad you said knocking boots. I used that years ago in Super Geeked Up. That's my favorite slang for sex, actually, is knocking boots.
Is knocking boots? Oh, yeah. It's a good term, yeah.
And it's very accurate, too. Like, I mean, unless, some people might say, I would take my boots off, but,
right.
The boots are knocking. Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, it's very true, yes.
Okay, let's see here. What else? I'm sorry if I missed anything. Someone once came to our door and asked Rena if her parents are home. And then did you come, Greg, and they said, "Oh, is this your dad?"
Oh my god! Oh. If you ever want to feel old, Greg, I guess there you go. Oh man,
that's the best.
Awful. Oh, that'd be great. Please tell me that happened.
Rena, what did you say, Rena? To this was something else, I think. But I want to know, Rena, what you said when they asked if your parents were home.
And did they do it in that weird way, where it's just like, are your parents like they do it like really as if you were
Rita
a child?
Says it was terrible because he was a kid who apparently he was asking, I guess.
He was fresh out of high school, so he's like 19 years old.
She's
you're lucky. Face. You're lucky he didn't ask you out then, if that's the case.
That's true.
You would have been like, "Hey,
like, how you doing?"
It's like, you're married at 16. It's like, okay.
Did you get your parents' permission?
But that's actually a really good compliment, though,
it is.
right? Because that shows how youthful you are.
Yeah. I love it when people are when they think I'm younger. I'm like, oh, thank you, that's amazing.
Oh man, I haven't done anything that needed to be carded in a very long time, but one of my favorite things in the world is getting carded, because it's like, yeah, okay, thanks.
He was a sales guy.
Oh,
that's fine to slam the door then.
Yeah. Boo.
Because he was like, I can't sell to this minor. I had to talk to her parents.
Was he an Amway guy?
Wait, what did they even sell? Just like a whole bunch of different things?
No, they were like the original pyramid scheme, where they're like, we have stuff that you buy all the time. All you got to do is have other people under you selling stuff too, because when they buy stuff, you make money. And that was the original pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Amway. Ugh.
Shamway, more like it.
Shamway, yeah. Oh wow, Rena said Amway. I don't know if you're agreeing with me or you're just reminiscing on Amway, but that'd be really funny. That's amazing if
it really was an Amway guy.
Yeah.
We don't know what he was selling even today.
Oh.
Pots and pans, etc.
Okay. Yeah.
She took the pot and like smashed it over his head, and be like, 20 something years. I don't know how old you were at the time, but
you just whack him with a pan or pot. Here, you're high on pot.
Oh God. Yes, just keep selling them awesome puns.
Just go, yeah. Just if you're ever gonna hurt somebody, pun them with them.
That's a new company you and Marks can do. Pots and puns.
Pots and puns.
Yes. You come to the door, you tell them an amazing pun, and then you sell them the pot.
But it has to be related to the pun. And it's like, oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, he was not Amway. Okay. Oh, okay. Just reminiscing. She was like 28 at the time. Okay.
Okay. Wow, that's not that
long
like ago.
18, yeah.
Yeah, that's not that long ago.
7 years ago.
Yeah, but like, who's going door to door 7 years ago?
That's true. You're right. Yeah.
Who's doing that?
I guess this guy is.
I don't think I've ever. Oh man.
In Colorado, you can sell pot in a pot.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, in a lot of states now, you technically can sell pot in a pot.
It's actually legal here now. I think just became.
There you go.
Oh, in California, it's been for a while, right?
Yeah, it's been for a few years. Yeah.
Wait, you had just bought a new house. Oh, so you were proud that you were like an adult. You bought a house. I get it. And this guy comes along. Yeah.
Are your mommy and daddy home?
Oh, people go door to door a lot in Florida, huh? Where you guys are? Interesting.
Oh.
Usually lawn to lawn.
Oh.
Like, you mean they just stand on your lawn? They don't actually knock on your door? And they shout?
They throw pebbles at your door hoping you'll open?
Oh, I've talked to Mormons that came by for like 2 hours once.
But that's different though. Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses are like very different because they're not. They're
They're
trying to
selling
sell
God.
you. They're trying to sell you to save your soul. They're not trying to
Yeah.
sell you a potty pan.
Oh, selling lawn services. Okay, I get it.
Oh,
Okay. Yes, evangelist. Okay.
no, that's cool. I would. I like people. Yeah, I like that. There's like a YouTuber who his only like he's all his videos are him cleaning up people's lawns for free. Like that's not a first off, that's not a video. But secondly, it's weird that people watch it because I did. So I guess it's not that weird.
All right, she just died over something. All right, cool. Well, thank you for that. That story made our day, though. That was really funny. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so I guess that's our show. Yeah, there we go. We did everything.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Everybody in the chat live. Thank you for watching in post. You can always put your comments or your funny stories in the comment section, and we'll read them later and respond. We'll be back next week, of course, 10 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific. But let's share some links here before we get out of here. Again, remember, patreon.com/supergeekedup. You can pledge any amount you want, or you can do a super chat in the last couple of minutes here like Greg did. Thank you again, Greg, for doing that. To support us, we got, here's some stuff for Francis.
Yeah. Hey, the website looks different. I mean, not worth going to still, but looks different.
Great plugin.
But go ahead if you want to. The link to the book is there to bookstory.com/tales Tales of Monstrosity. I was going to say Tales of a Different Tale, but that's not it. That's Dragons.
That's enough one. Tales of a Different Tale.
Tales of a Different Tale.
Well, how about this?
Oh, you really? Oh, Julie really wants his pitch rated. Did you ever find the pitch?
Oh, I was asking him to repost it if he could. So I could. So
now I will look for it while Jeff.
All right.
Does,
anyway,
does,
you go to POI Podcast for Francis.
Yes.
To follow the show they do on Tuesdays, him and Josh, which is great. And then you can find me at Art of the Roll tomorrow night at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. We play a fun Star Wars role-playing game using Dungeons and Dragon rules. Greg in the chat there is our game master. And Chaz, who's also there, is a player. We got Marks as a player. Woody, I'm there. We have a lot of fun. And we just did a fun Bantha milk delivery scheme that actually worked quite well because my character, of course, loves Bantha milk. And you can do that at supergeekedup.com, of course. You can find everything there. Did you find the pitch?
Yes. So from the producing team of Mel Brooks and the Wayans brothers, with music by Weird Al, comes the new summer blockbuster, Not Another for Frisa. Woo! Now we need to get Marisa in on this if we're going to do this movie. But Mel Brooks and Wayne brothers, I don't know about the Wayans brothers doing the movie. But Mel Brooks, I'm down
not
with.
Another teen movie or not another horror. So Not Another for Frisa, huh? Wait, does he want us to do rate it, or he wants us to do a story, say what the movie would be?
Okay, let's do a quick pitch for Not Another for Frisa, done by Mel Brooks and
thank you, Greg, for finding that. By the way, I just realized he found it.
Oh, thank you.
The future summer classic, Not Another for Frisa. Oh my, Greg.
That's a joke, right? That's a joke, Greg, right? That's a joke, Gary, right?
Gary. Maybe he's never heard the story, actually. Frefrisa. Well, Francis and I are Fref. That's our names shipped together, which our amazing viewers one time come up with us.
Which is so funny that we don't bring it up much anymore. We used to bring it up all the time.
We did.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't assume everyone knows, actually.
Yeah.
So not at all. We should not assume that. That's Fref. We're Fref, and that's because that's our audience came up with that. And then Marisa came out so often. Someone, maybe it was Tammy or somebody, or Jalou, I don't know. Frefrisa was Marisa's name adding to Fref. So it's all three of us shipped together.
Yes.
In one big three-way.
Her reverse harem.
Yes. White chick got what?
Yeah, that's the Wayans brothers. That is the Wayans brothers. And thank you. Thanks, Jalou. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, but we're going to create a story out of it. Is that what we're going to do?
Yes.
Pitch?
Rating it's a good, I mean, look, I would watch it.
Rating it, 5 stars.
Yeah.
But let's see here. Not Another Frefrisa.
All right.
Okay.
So it's the three of us. We're trying to come up with a grand scheme to find it's a grand scheme for Marisa to get Jeff and I dates, and
Yes.
she has come up with this ingenious plan by playing our wing woman
Yes.
in the movie.
And she's also a scientist, and she's invented the drink she calls the Frefrisa, based
Yes.
on the three of us.
Mhm.
And this Frefrisa, kind of like Sandra Bullock in Love Potion #9, it makes people, whoever drinks it, the first person they look at you, they fall in love with that person. So that's her plan, to make these women fall in love with us by having them drink these Frefrisas. But of course, things don't go to plan.
And we see Necrodius, and we become Frefrisius, as he recommends, and we both fall in love with Necrodius at the same time as we fight
Oh,
for him.
we drink it by mistake? That's what happens?
Yes,
Oh,
we drink by
no.
mistake, and we fall in love with Necrodius, and we want to be with him, and we
But
decide.
he summons the power of his favorite character, Lady Face Slap, and he slaps us and says, "No, I don't want to be with you guys. Get away
Yes.
from me."
And we come to our senses, and when Marisa once again recommends using the drink again, we're like, no, not another Frefrisa.
Right. And we managed to find true love just using ourselves and no
Right.
intoxicating chemicals.
Yeah, by puffing out our chests and beams of light shooting from them in different shapes and colors,
Like Care Bears?
like Care Bears.
Okay. Oh, something sounds dangerous.
Well, the
Maybe
Frefrisa
drinking
is very
Frefrisa,
dangerous.
yes.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
Frefrisius. Oh, I see. That's a Crodius.
Because that's
being part
him.
of
That
it.
yeah,
Yes,
he
I
would
get it.
add to the mix.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you said that, Acrodius. I was actually planning, because we have Fancy Francie here. I was going to change my name to Jeffy Quinn this show, and I forgot.
Oh, well, now do it now, so that
Yeah.
next show, when you forget to change it back, you and I will forever be Fancy Francie and
There you go.
Jeffy Quinn. There you go.
There you go, Acrodius. Now you get to see it forever.
Forever and
probably
ever.
means listeners we'll share the picture every show now of Jeffy
Oh, that's all
Quinn.
right.
Oh, Greg, maybe you haven't seen that. I think he actually has seen that.
Oh yeah, he's seen it. Yeah, I think when he was a guest last time, I'm certain he was added
But
to
show it to Rena if she hasn't seen it.
Oh God.
Wait, this is for real? No cap, right? It means you're being serious?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it's the opposite of what you would think. Oh, man. All right.
Well, just like remember for throughout the '80s, we said bad as good. Okay. Remember? Oh man, that's so
as
bad.
Michael Jackson said, "Who's bad?"
Yeah. Oh, that's so bad.
I like that, though. I kind of like that. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, do you have a new kidney pitch?
I don't have it. I don't have a new kidney pitch.
Well, folks, one day, a very amiable fellow named Francis found out he needed a kidney, and just winging this. And he was much beloved by all the geeks in the land. And he did so many different shows and podcasts like Super Geeked Up and Points of Interest and guest starred and wrote books. And the people cried out, "No, what would we do without Francis's amazing geeky comedy?"
Oh my God, this is a cap fantasy apparently.
Yes. And so the word went out far and wide that France needed a kidney. And everyone spread the word on all their SochMed, as Francis coined
Oh, I
earlier
forgot to talk about SochMed. Yes,
before the
SochMed.
show started. That's his new name for social media. Please
Social
start
media,
that.
SochMed.
On all the SochMeds, everyone mentioned how he needed a kidney. And they said, folks, you should go to uclkidneydonor.org and type in his name, France. I almost said Fancy Francie. Type in Francis Fernandez and his birthday, November 8th, 1980, and help him get a kidney.
I forgot Selena Gomez got a kidney. That's
Selena
right.
Gomez?
Selena Gomez, yeah, she like dissed her kidney. I think she like dissed the girl who got her the kidney too.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean she dissed her?
Like I forgot, Reno. Like something happened, right? Like they're like out of sorts now. Like there was like a big hullabaloo between her and the woman who her best friend who gave her the kidney in the kidney transplant.
Oh, so her best friend gave her she got the kidney, but then afterwards they fell out of
Yeah, like
friends?
Selena Gomez like did something to like diss her friend. another 90s term diss.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
dude. If you got a kidney, man, you should be like, this person's the most amazing person in the world. Like,
Oh, she was drinking too much alcohol. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a diss. That's a diss. So,
wait, what do you mean? Wait, who was drinking too much?
Selena Gomez was.
While she said the diss, you mean she was drunk? Is that what you're saying?
Well, because that destroys your kidney again. So all of the work that she
Oh,
did getting a brand new
right.
kidney from
I
her
see.
friend.
And then the friend would got upset.
Yeah.
I can
So
understand that.
she's drowning. She's yeah. So
Okay, folks. So give your kidney to people like Francis who won't drink all the time and squander it.
not to turn this in, not to get serious about this, but I will bring it up just because I'm like, I'll bring it really briefly because this is already a super long show, but I'm going to bring this up anyway because I liked my experience. It was a really fun experience, except for the reason, except the reason
What
I was
was?
there. Well, I'm going to tell you in a second here. So over the weekend, I went to the emergency room and I was at the hospital for 2 days.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now,
Jesus Christ, this is serious.
no, because it wasn't that bad. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad because I was fine in the end. But it's because of my kidneys. My kidneys weren't obviously aren't functioning properly, and it was so bad that I went when I went in to see a doctor. He's like, "You got to go to the emergency room." I'm like, "Okay." Emergency room I went. So I was in the hospital for 2 days. No big deal in the sense of that the experience of being in a hospital is insane because they're like, "What are your interests? What are your favorite foods?" Because we want to, as nurses, like connect with you when we take care of you in the hospital.
Wait,
so
really?
tell
They
us.
asked you this?
They seriously asked me
I've
this.
never
Like,
been asked this by.
yeah.
like,
So they're like,
professionals.
well, I think this is like a West Coast thing. Kaiser Permanente is like my hospital, which is very West Coast. But like, oh, what are your favorite? And they put it on a card and they put it by the door so that nurses that came in to change shifts, they could read what my favorite stuff was and connect with me about like, and it was really cool. Like, it was really funny and really cool. And the first nurse, I was like, I wish you stayed because A, you're hot, and B, you're really personable. But anyway,
the nurse or
the nurse
you?
the first nurse was like really hot and person, really hot and personable. I wish she stayed the whole time, but
hot nurses are the best.
Yeah, but she was only there for the end. And I'm like, oh, I should have stayed. But anyway, so yeah, it is cute. It's a cute thing, Lena. Totally cute. But so my experience in the hospital was really nice. Like they I guess because they're surveyed all the time, so they treat you like a king while you're there, and they're like, I'll get you anything. What do you want?
Oh, man,
like,
Kaiser Permanente, this is the place to go.
Yeah, they treated me
Which
like
I just think
so
of
great.
Kaiser Sose whenever I see that though.
Yeah, so some guy came in with a limp and then left walking normally.
Oh, okay. And you're like, wait, he wasn't really my doctor.
Wait a minute. He's not who he said he was.
So wait, were you actually admitted to the hospital?
I was admitted to the hospital for 2 days, yeah.
Okay. Are you? Yeah. So you're better.
I am fine.
Okay.
I mean,
so
I'm here, right?
Here. Yes.
Yeah, I'm here, so I'm fine.
What did they do to heal you besides giving them their positive vibes and their friendliness?
They injected a lot of drugs into me for 2 days, so a lot of drugs has made me okay. But
I'm very glad you're better.
Yes. No, yeah, it was all right. Like I said, it was a big deal in the sense of the doctor that I saw thought it was a big deal, but in the end, I was like, in the grand scheme of things, I was okay. They just had to fix me, But that's what happens. You don't have a working kidney. Your body starts failing, so that sucks. But anyway, yeah, you're right, Necrodius. It's tough to get the nurses to answer the call, but no, they were on top of it. Like the nurses were really on top of everything.
Yeah. I mean, the nurses sound amazing. Not amazing you have to be in the hospital.
No. But it was a great experience. I just wanted to bring up that being in a hospital has changed over the years because I haven't been in a hospital in a while. I'm like, this is great. Yeah, I wish I was sick all the time.
I usually dread it. It's like the worst thing ever.
Oh, I was dreading it too, but then they made it like the best experience. So
that's actually very heartwarming to hear that. Then that they cared so much to make it like that.
Yeah.
You know what? How do you say Kaiser Permanente? Is that how you say it?
Permanente.
Permanente.
Yeah.
I used to see those signs when I was in San Diego. Well, anyway, so props to all the nurses out there.
Great nurses. Yeah. They were awesome.
The LA one, I guess. Is that where it was?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, I didn't know this. Julie says you can add Francis to your advanced medical directive. In the likely event you pass, Francis, get your kidneys. Something
Oh,
you do with
geez.
Crohn's
I mean,
health.
you can, I guess. I would. I mean, yeah, and the cute. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the cute nurse says, but yeah, you don't have to put me in your directive. Right? That's cool, though.
But you certainly can if you'd like to.
You can.
Cute nurses are definitely helpful.
Yeah.
So rhyming. Come on. Oh,
So-
he stuck it in there at the end.
So even though my health was at the worst, at least I had a really cute nurse.
Yeah, word.
To your mother.
You were to your mother. Yo, that's like down with Ice Pick. Icebreaker? What the hell's her name? I don't know.
Icebreaker.
I can't remember her
Icicle.
name.
Yeah.
Ice something. It was started by the Kaiser for World War II. Oh, so Kaiser as in like the German
Yeah.
ruler.
And
Interesting.
they kept going, and that's where the Kaiser roll came from.
Okay.
Because they were on a roll, and therefore.
Roll, yes.
Yeah.
Good. We're on a roll, folks. Oh my god, it always happens when we're just the two of us.
It's always the
Like
two of us.
longest
It's
show.
the longest episode ever.
Just
yeah.
the two of us. Another Will Smith song.
No, it isn't. It's originally.
Well, okay, a Will Smith cover.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Who was it originally by?
Isn't it isn't it oh god, Stevie Wonder, right? No.
I think you're right. I think you may
Yeah.
be right. Well, Stevie Wonder's the man. He's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, folks. But yes, there you go. That's the link, uclkidneydonor.org. Go to if you want to see if you're eligible to be a donor.
And keep me from emergency rooms.
Yes, but don't keep them from hot nurses.
Don't keep me
Hopefully
from
you
hot
can still
nurses.
meet those, just
More
not
hot nurses,
for
please.
medical reasons.
Yes.
Let's have a hot nurse day on Super Geeked Up. And invite 'em up. That's what you should have said. Should have been like, "Hey, I do a show. Would you like to be a guest?"
I wasn't in the
You're
right
the geeky
mindset at the
stuff.
time, but next time I will. That should have been in the questionnaire. It's like, well, no, that actually last thing that was the first thing I thought of when they're like, so what do you do for fun? Was one of the questions, and I'm like, well, I do an improv show, but I'm like, I don't know if I should say that because that's kind of weird. So I
Did you
said
write
I
it
read
down?
books.
Oh, you should have said it.
Yeah.
Then maybe you would have. Maybe one of them were like, "Oh, I love improv. Let's do something right now."
Right. Yeah.
And then you can say, "Oh, come on our show."
Yeah. And my bed. No, never mind. Okay.
Oh boy. And maybe she would have hopped in right there.
I know. You never know. This'll heal
Right.
you.
What was that?
This'll heal you.
Oh, that would have.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder is the Cat's theme song. Wait.
No, Isn't She Lovely? The song Isn't She Lovely is the Haircats theme song.
Oh,
It's the next one
by
down, yeah.
Stevie Wonder.
That's by Stevie Wonder. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Okay, she's crying, laughing. Good. All right, good way to end the show with crying, laughing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right, folks.
Sorry, Necrodius is. I wish you were there, Necrodius. I should have been like,
What do you mean? Asking her number?
yeah, I would have been asking you. Yeah, I've been like, well, I have a question for you.
Oh, okay.
What's your number?
What are these? Are these ghosts? No, these are skull and crossbones.
Skulls and crossbones.
All right, folks. Yes, we will see you next Wednesday. Hopefully you can join us. Thank you so much as always. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. Bye.